You are watching Blunt Politics with Boston Brian.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. I don't know why it looks like I'm in a cave right now, but thank you for being here. Welcome back to another episode of Blunt Politics. I am Boston Brian, streaming to you live from a dreary, rainy, cloudy, gross day in southern Massachusetts. How's everybody doing? How are you guys doing? How was your week? Another big week in the week of politics. I mean, just too much to cover. No way you can fit it all into one show. Donald Trump once again trying to take out some of his supporters by having a rally in Las Vegas midday in June outside in a park. So we'll see what happens there. We've already had reports of some medical emergencies, let's say, and that was about an hour ago, a little over an hour ago that we were already hearing people. So let's say hi to the chat. How are we doing? Peter, the legend. What's going on, my friend? How are you, buddy? MK, how are you? Turby, appreciate your services. PB, what's going on? Johanna, how are you? The sun came out here. Well, it ain't here yet. Not even close. What's going on? Alyosha, Lokita, Count Dimone, Icabadia, El Rondo, Susan, Surrender, Kath, Jackie, Gunther, 75 Gram, Bicycle Mike, Bomax, Pam Matthews. Everybody's here. How was your week? I don't know why it's dark. I don't know why. First off, I've changed a few things. Hopefully it's a little better. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. I might be able to just move that light, which I think I moved, which was stupid and I didn't put back. Anyways, I've unhooked a bunch of stuff. I've changed up the setup a little bit. I had a great conversation with our dear friend Rob Glenn. Johanna, thank you so much for the super sticker right off the bat. Thank you so much. So I had a great chat with Rob Glenn. Big shout out to him. I appreciate his time and efforts. He kind of walked me through the ins and outs of shit that I had absolutely no idea about. So basically what I was doing is we figured out that I was kind of basically overloading the laptop. There wasn't that much memory on the laptop and I was kind of overloading it. So I unplugged the Stream Deck. I unplugged the sound mixer. Kind of going bare bones here. And I've ordered a few things. The thing is I have to send out the laptop to like a Best Buy or like a Good Geeks or Geek Squad or something like that to have a couple things basically upgraded in it. So I'm not sure how long that's going to take. I'm going to have to research that. Worst case scenario, I might not have a show for a week so that the computer can be upgraded. I think it'll be the best for everybody involved. So big shout out to Rob Glenn. Thank you for that. I still have to get the laptop up off the table, but the way the wires are right now, I'd have to do some switching around to get that done, but I do appreciate it. What's everybody doing? Hi, Vicky. How are you? Hi, Debunker. Steve, what's going on? Trina. Hello, everyone from Ontario, Canada. How's everybody doing up there? Huh? Are you an Oilers fan there? Because they didn't do that good there the other night there. Didn't have that many shots on net. Bobrovsky had a hell of a game. McDavid didn't do much. I think he had about 5 shots on net there. Going up the ice, he's pretty much the best hockey player I've seen in a long time, but didn't manage to get it done against Florida the other night. Basically, it was 3-0. Let's face it, they didn't. And let's go, my Celtics up 1-0. We got a game tonight. Let's go. Let's go, Celtics. In the finals, up 1-0 against Luka. Shut him down pretty good the other night. Hopefully we get the same thing this evening. So anyways, let's get to some of the stuff that happened during the week. And this is, again, there's no way I'm going to get to cover this. I think Trump goes on at about 3 my time. So I'm going to see how much I can cover that. We'll actually pop over to the RSBN live stream and check out the ridiculousness that's going on over there as well. And I haven't heard from him yet, but as far as I know, friend of the show, friend of everybody, Hal Sparks, will be at that Trump rally. I don't know if he'll be streaming. I think he might do something on Discord, he said, but he'll be recording it for our viewing pleasure afterwards. So good luck to him. Hope he brings a lot of water. Again, 102. It's hot, not super hot for Vegas. Obviously, it gets a lot hotter. My uncle, God rest his soul, used to live in Henderson, Nevada. So I've been out there many a times. I've golfed out there in Vegas when it was 117 degrees. At what was it? Desert Willow. I believe the course was the Desert Willow. Beautiful course out in the desert. Peter, Jesus, H already. Let's go. with the $100 super chat right off the bat. Get that fixed. We need you, Big B. Let's go. You know what, Peter? Thank you so much, my friend. And again, it's super chats that go towards like the upgrades in the computer. Just buying the streaming platforms that I have to buy the paid plans for, all the news websites that I log into and have to pay for. So there's a lot of that goes into making this happen for you guys the way you can see it. I don't know why it looks like it's so dark. I think it's because it's a gloomy day and I have the lights set up the way it's been sunny, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I don't give a shit as long as you guys can see and hear me. Anyway, thank you so much, Peter, right off the bat. News of the week. Georgia appeals court freezes Trump's criminal proceedings amid scrutiny of Fannie Willis. Sorry. Fonnie Willis. I keep saying it wrong. I keep having two choices, and I always fuck up, and I apologize. I don't mean to do it, but the way that they've continued to say the wrong names, like Kamala and Fannie and all that bullshit, it keeps playing with mine. So I apologize. The order confirms basically the Georgia trial cannot occur before the election. I have a lot of thoughts on that. It's a shame it's gone down the way it has. There was a lot riding on that case. Still is a lot riding on that case. I'm not saying the case is gone by any means, but the way it's been handled has really put thrown a wrench in things. Let's say I won't go much farther than that because I know there's a lot of deliberation on if she did anything wrong, what she did wrong. That whole thing. We won't get into that, but that's one of the big headlines today. Obviously, Rosanna, how are you? Thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. Look at you go. Thank you so much. And like I said, like I've said from the beginning, you guys can literally watch this setup grow. You can watch the show grow, like literally before your eyes and be a part of it. And a big part of it, you know what I mean? To know that you guys were responsible for keeping me on the air, and hopefully within the next couple weeks, I'll have a couple big announcements. One from Mel, and Mel, I hope you're feeling better. Mel's not feeling well, so if everybody can, I wish her hoping to feel better in the chat, that would be great. I do appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Who is that? Raymond, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. I just want to hear you say wicked pisser. Why? Does it sound wicked pissa when I say wicked pissa? Strangely enough, I don't use pissa as much as I should. I probably should bring that out a little more. All right, let's continue. The May jobs report, which just threw Fox News into a tizzy. May jobs report, we got a total of, 272,000 jobs added, which was above the, 180 to 225 range they were predicting. Once again, and it's even over the average. I think is 230 something thousand, which is the 12-month average over the last 12 months. So even beyond that, of course, Fox does their best to spin that into, look at Slacks. Let's go, buddy. Happy belated birthday. I appreciate you. The godfather of Bryantology right here, Robert Brunswick Jr., aka Slacks. He says, "Love you, Brian and Mel. Love to all my fellow Bryantologists." We're just gonna lean into it. We're gonna lean into it. We got a shirt coming for Slacks for his birthday. He's gonna have a one of a kind, one off Boston Brian Bryantology T-shirt that he alone will be the owner of, so he can rep that. I'd love to see a picture of it. If you could send it out, and I'll put it on whatever socials I have, that would be fucking fantastic. A big part of what I'm going to start the show with is going to be the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Basically, if you want to point to a single moment in the 20th century that gave you, and gave everybody else the ability to be doing what they are doing right now, the ability to speak up, the ability to stream and put your opinions out there without fear of retaliation from the government or some government agencies, is the Normandy landings on June 6, 1944. The balls, the outright fucking insanity it took to undertake a mission like that is just, I don't know, it's unimaginable to me. So Thursday, we celebrated 80 years since the Allied landings on the coast of Normandy, June 6, 1944, marked the beginning of the end for the German occupation. Obviously, the 5 different sections of the beaches were Gold, Sword, Juneau, Omaha, and Utah. So we'll get into a couple videos right off the bat. I want to make sure that we pay our respects and tip our caps to the men and women still with us and the men and women that are dearly departed, who risked their lives, who gave more than everything, who risked more than everything, just so not only the people in Europe, but also the people back here in the United States could have a better life, not under tyranny. So we'll get under that. Um, this story is just fucking beautiful. Everybody, I'm sure, has heard by now about the Facebook post, the letter sent out by Judge Juan Merchan alerting everybody that there was a Facebook post made on one of the Facebook profiles of the New York court systems that basically said that he was a cousin of one of the jurors, and that the juror had already informed him that Trump was going to be guilty, and that it basically thanked everybody involved. Now, it would have taken and did take Midas Touch, shout out to Midas Touch, 2 seconds to maybe check the guy's profile and, see what he's all about, maybe see if it's a reputable source, do a little back searching, do a little research, isn't that what the media used to do before they just blur it out? It used to take more than one single fucking Facebook post. Literally a single fucking Facebook post to push the narrative, to push the news cycle, an entire news cycle for right wing media. Can it just blows my mind. The entire right wing media ecosphere was duped by a self proclaimed quote unquote shit poster, is what he calls himself. It's on his little fucking profile that he has. That's what he calls himself. Basically, an internet troll who posted to a Facebook page associated with the New York court system. He basically, like I said, posted that his cousin was a juror, and he says Trump is getting convicted, and they're all in a tizzy talking about mistrial because this came out before the trial, before the verdict was reached. So they think there was some huge conspiracy going on. Again, note the source here, and note how quick they were to just hop on. I mean, we're talking Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, Fox and Friends, Jesse Waters, the whole fucking gang. The fucking whole gang was involved in this shit. You'd think one of them, after one of them went on the air, and then it was debunked by Midas Touch about, 10 minutes after it fucking happened, they'd, kind of walk it back at least and do not a retraction, but you know how they spin the fucking news when they're wrong. They just turn it into something else. Does that say Brian's Trust or Brain's Trust? Brain's Trust? Oh, I thought you meant the Brian's Trust. We can start a Brian's Trust. That'd be great. What's up, Mike? How are you, buddy? What's up, Killer? British Columbia? How do? Gunther? Adam, what's up, buddy? Appreciate your services, my friend. What's up, Wes? Pokey? Tracy? Peter is amazing. He is fucking amazing. A huge part of why this show is running. Not only the super chats, but a good chunk of the memberships are due to Peter. And again, please hop out if you haven't. Like the stream, share the stream. It helps everybody notice that we're on here, and maybe a few of them, a certain percentage of them, will actually like what they're hearing and stick around. And if you are sticking around, feel free to check out the patreon.com/Boston Brian. If you're on Twitch, you can send in some bits, whatever they're fucking called over there. You can also, if you have Amazon Prime, I believe you can subscribe to a channel free for a month. And it doesn't cost you anything by using your Amazon Prime account. You can become a member for less than a Snickers on YouTube by hitting the join button, becoming a channel member. There's a bunch of ways that you can help out the show, and again, it goes to the show. It's not I'm not sitting here, day and night counting $100 bills that people are sending in, and I'm just rolling. That's just not how it works. The show, I have to pay for things to be able to get the information that I have. I have to pay for things in order to bring you this. So that's how it works. And as we grow, I need to upgrade. I need to get better lights, clearly. It's a whole thing. So I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. And somebody just sent in something that I missed as well. Ricky, thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. Thank you. Again, you guys make this happen. And again, about the announcements, hopefully within the next week or two, I'll have 2 big announcements. One of them really huge for me, and one of them really important pertaining to the election. So watch for that to come. What else we got? Oh yeah, Trump's rally in Las Vegas, and this is again after 12 or 13 people were hospitalized at his Thursday Arizona rally, which I believe was even inside. So these people were just taking a seat, doing the wobble, the old two-step outside, the old dehydration two-step, as we like to call it, in which, believe me, I'm not making fun because it happens to me. I have some thing where I basically years ago in sports, I used to get dehydrated, and then the muscles in my face would start to go crazy. I wouldn't be able to control them. I wouldn't be able to speak. My everything would lock up, and I would just kind of keel over. So I know the trouble that these people are going through. And it's for a litany of different reasons: not drinking enough water, being hungover, you know, being young and stupid. But, I think I have some, I don't know, maybe a vitamin deficiency or something, because even when I did the proper steps, drank water days before the game, Gatorade, whatever it was, electrolytes, it didn't manage to work. So there was, I think, 2 or 3 times where my jersey had to get cut off me. Why would the fire alarm be going off? I'm gonna have to pause the show for just a second and figure out why the fire alarm is going off, I guess. Hold on. Never fails. I don't know. I don't know what that was. No idea. Nope. Couldn't tell you. Again, the derp state. The derp state hit me. Ay, ay, ay. The life of a YouTuber, I guess, is what that's what you call them. Anyways, what the fuck was that all about? I'm back. It's good. I don't know. I don't know what that was. 0 things right now going on that would set the fire alarm off. And anyways, we'll continue like that didn't happen. Russ, how are you, my friend? Thank you for becoming a new member. James, what's going on, brother? How are you? Mark, thank you as always for your services. Appreciate you being here. Sean, how's it going? Gino. Yeah, there's nothing going. There's nothing here that would make the. Anyways, it's the Russians. It's the Russians. It's always the Russians. I'm gonna blame the Russians. Why is that? Why? Why do you look like that? Why does that happen? All right, hold on. Hold on. No, I can't have. Can't have. Can't, can't have it. Right? How's that? Huh? 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 Anyways, fuck it. I don't give a shit. What else happened? The Russia's I keep doing it. I keep doing it. I keep doing it. Russia's Kharkiv Oblast offensive, basically dead on arrival, with little to nothing to show for it. Basically, the weapons that have been filtering into Ukraine have done their duty, have done their job, and managed to repel what was just a ridiculous offensive to begin with no certain objective, uh, with lack of manpower, lack of equipment. The whole thing was just botched from the beginning. And if we have time, we'll go over that. What else happened? Israel rescues 4 hostages in a raid that killed over 270 Palestinians. Now, a lot of thoughts on that one. Thank God for the hostages. Love to see the hostages home. Again, I'd like to see more reporting on what do the 270 Palestinians consist of? Were they 270 Hamas fighters? Because that's a big difference than if it was 270 Palestinian civilians consisting of, women and children type thing. I have not had a chance to read up on further reporting. It may have already come out, if you know, but I have not really heard of what the 270 number consists of there. But love to see the hostages home. If it's 270 Palestinian civilians, I'd still like to see Israel in the military, the IDF. Well, I'll wait to see what the reporting is before I comment on that, because I don't want to get ahead of my skis on that one. We'll see what it is, and I'll have a chance to read it after the show. Basically, hypocrite James Comer. James Comer's email alias is exposed after China weed scandal. After it was revealed he's been using fake email addresses to try to import hemp that turned out to be weed. You can't make this shit up, dude. You really fucking can't make this shit up. You can't. Somebody said it was civilians. Sue said it was civilians. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I have not seen the reporting yet. So as somebody that's broadcasting to people trying to give information, I do not want to give the wrong information. Again, I have been very vocal about my what do you say, distaste and disdain for Benjamin Netanyahu and the way he's handled things here. I have been vocal about my remorse and my feelings towards the public and the citizens of Israel and their feelings towards their own government, as reported in Israeli newspapers and you see on the TV as they're outside Netanyahu's house. I have been very vocal about my admonition to Hamas in their acts on October 7th. I have been very vocal about my care and my what's the word here? My wow, I can't think of the word. It's tough to think of the word. My care for the Palestinian people, basically. It's like I'm against both governments and for both sides on the civilian side. If I don't, there's no black and white, and if that doesn't make sense to people, I don't know how else to put it. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. So again, we'll see more reporting on that, and we'll 80. What's it say? 80% of Netanyahu's cabinet live live in illegal settlements. I mean, there's a lot of absolute nut jobs that are in the Israeli government at the moment, and the way that I think what's the number up to now is like 37,000. A little of it was 36, 37,000. So it just doesn't make sense to me in any way, shape, or form. I am wholly against the way the IDF is handling themselves and conducting themselves inside Gaza. I think it's appalling. I think it's atrocious, and I think the reports coming out of their own Israeli newspapers, like Haaretz, do a great job at detailing the actions and what's actually going on at the front with the IDF soldiers and how absolutely out of control and without leadership they are in these areas. So say what you will, yell at me if you want, but that's just how I feel. What else we got? Again, happy birthday to Slacks. I want to give him a big shout out. Again, check out On the Edge tonight with Philip Ittner. I believe it comes out at midnight my time, so midnight Eastern. He's going to be with Ben Hodges, so that's going to be a great interview. Make sure you check that out. And we got to check out Hal's, whatever he gets today on video. I'm dying to see. So, and again, feel better, Mel. I hope you feel better. Thank you for being here. I know you're not feeling well, so I appreciate you being here to scroll through the trolls. Scroll the trolls. All right, let's go. That was some of the news for the week. Again, how we doing, chat? Deborah Hennessy, how's it going? He just finished, Brian. Just watched it. Didn't it say 12? Did I get the wrong time? I thought it said 12. Oh, was it? Oh, gotcha. Yep, I fucked that one up. All right, so after this show, make sure you head over and check out On the Edge with Philip Ittner. So thank you. I appreciate that, Deborah. Thank you for letting me know. Kathy, how are you? Hi, Kimchi. How's everything? Motang Sally, what's going on? And I do have Don't, I got rid of the things, but don't worry, I still have
production to Thailand and to Vietnam, shifting production.
I love that. I love this.
Profound honor to be the beautiful new stadium, to be here with you.
I hope you can hear that, and it's not just silence, because that would be super awkward. All right, let's get into the first. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of this one. Well, that don't look right, do it? Let's see here. Let's see here about this one. No, I'm little. Why am I little? I'm gonna do this one. Yes, there we go. How you doing, Chief? Let's go. I'm gonna go to this. I'm gonna get bigger. All right, so this is just a little D-Day Remember Them video. I thought it was very fitting. I think we need to talk about these men and women more. The less and less and less there are on this planet to talk about these things firsthand, and the dangers of fascism, the dangers of authoritarianism, and what it can do to a country. We really need to keep these people in our minds and in our hearts. So let's see if we can get into this one right here. Let me know if you can hear it in the chat. Just give me a couple thumbs up. Let me know you can hear it.
Papa, what was it like on D-Day?
We had no idea what we were going to do or where it would happen, but it was the beginning.
So just warning ahead of time, because I am an emotional wreck when it comes to these things. It just so happens that these videos will get to me, and it happens every time. So apologies ahead of time.
It was a very decisive battle for us because our mission was to establish ourselves on the beach.
When we were on that boat, on that Higgins boat, everybody talked about the same thing, helping each other and not getting killed.
We started up this sandy area, and we're hundreds of men inside.
My father jumped about 1:30 in the morning on June 6th. The plane was too low, it was too fast.
I mean, it was like he said, the plane was too low and too fast. So the troubles that they had with their mission when they were trying to drop the airmen behind enemy lines ahead of the D-Day landings to secure bridges, to secure road crossings, railway bridges. Basically, a good percentage of them weren't dropped in the right areas. They were all over the place. The wind blew them all over the place. The planes were off course. They were forced to, under enemy fire, they were forced to drop their men, like it says, too low and too fast, which obviously has an effect on the way you come out of the plane. So it's unbelievable that the undertaking that they had to go through began with a moment like this, where you could be killed instantly just because the plane's going too fast and the wind snaps your neck as you're coming out of the plane. It's crazy that this is the beginning of the journey.
The fire coming up was so thick, it was like you could walk on it.
It wasn't something that we had ever seen before in all of our training.
I always have said that it was the power of my mother's prayers.
That is either a bridge too far or the bridge at Remagen. PB, I think you're talking about. I think it might be a bridge too far. There's also one. Actually, no, the one that you're talking about is with John Wayne, where he falls as he's falling, he breaks his leg. Is that the greatest Is that The Longest Day? Is that what movie that is? I don't know. Hit me up in the
It
chat.
should
Let me
be, I
know. Let me
think.
know which one that is. It's one of them. Look at that sight. What a shame. What an absolute shame. The Longest Day. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate you. I knew it was one of them. The guy sitting there and the church bells are ringing and he's deaf because of the church bells. I mean, although not that specific situation, who knows what happened, but it's not far off of where these people, a lot of them parachuted into heavily defended areas and were mowed down as they were dropping from the planes. So a lot of them never even had the chance to fight for their country or even raise a rifle in defense of their nation. So, or in defense of Europe, which is an absolute shame. I hope it's all right that we're looking at this because I think it's very, very important.
And it gets to me thinking about it. But as I look over those crosses, I see people standing up, even waving. I have to go back because there's something there that draws you back.
I have a very close friend that I knew by the name of Edward Mirosevic. He had received a very bad stomach wound, and I could not even bandage it properly. We said goodbye to each other wherever. He's laying here on the cemetery here in Colville. I think of the many men here that paid the ultimate price for the freedom of Europe. Young people want to know and need to know. Everybody I saw that I was glad to fight alongside them, they were willing to stand up. And not all of them came back.
And they all have a story to tell. And it's our responsibility to tell those stories. People will not be forgotten as long as we keep talking about them.
Think of that scene. Think of that scene. The tank running over the Nazi flag, right? Where did we just see? Where did we just see? Hold on. Where was it? Let's see here. Huh? I don't know what you call it, but we just saw not a picture of where were they? Not sure where they were. I think you'll tell me in the chat, but there was a picture of a bunch of Nazis standing in front of, I believe it was a town hall or a Senate building or something like that, which is a crying fucking shame. Yes, Salty, it's a half track. Correct. My apologies. But I don't know. It's a striking scene to now see that in front of state buildings or Senate buildings or Disney or in backyard barbecues in Virginia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky. It's amazing that they don't. We're too far removed from World War II to be able to understand the implications of what these white nationalists, what these Christian nationalists, what these Republicans, unfortunately to say these days, are trying to do to this country. The connections you could make, the lines that the straight lines that you could draw from today's GOP, today's Republican Party, back to the Nazis, back to Mussolini, back to Stalin and his tactics. Is fucking striking. So, couple more minutes of this. I want to play another one of it. We'll check in on RSBN. The rest of it's kind of be a little laid back because, again, I'm not really sure when he's going to go on. I think he has speakers beforehand. We'll check in on those assholes. Thank you, Shanzi. Appreciate you very much. Hope you're having a great day. Hope the weather's a little better where you guys are because it's fucking dreary here. Looks like I'm in Joe Biden's basement, for Christ's sakes. Black. Like, this thing's right in my face. I don't understand. Maybe if I turn this. Can't turn that. I think I just broke it. Anyway, not going to touch anything. All right, continue. Not many of them left, guys. Not many of them left. Just think about it. If you were 17, well, let's just say, Jerry, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Slava Ukraine. Heroyam Slava. Thank you. Appreciate you. If you were 16, let's say 16 years old, you lied on your application for the Army on June 6, 1944, you would be 96 years old today, okay? And that would be by far on the younger side. If I know there was cases, obviously, of people lying on their applications to get into the war. So I'm sure there's cases of it happening, but not that many of them were that young. I mean, that's real young. We're talking 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old kids doing this stuff. So fucking amazing. It really is fucking amazing.
I am not a hero. I just did my job. The real heroes are laying here on the cemeteries. These are our heroes. And we should never forget them.
Oh, Linda, look at you go. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Appreciate you. Linda Lou votes blue. Let's go. Linda got in a question yesterday for our own Philip Ittner. Thank you, Linda. I do appreciate you. And I appreciate you guys just, constantly being on different people's channels and sites and news sites, trying to better yourself, trying to more inform yourself on what's going on in certain areas, because every YouTuber, every live streamer, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Thank you, Betty Graham. Where'd you go? How'd it happen? Where'd it go? I lost it. Oh, there you are. Let's go. Hi, Betty. Go vote blue. Let's go. Thank you so much. Fucking appreciate you. I forget what I was saying, but it was probably very important. I'm not gonna lie. No, it is. It's. I do appreciate you guys. It's very important that we get out and vote blue. All right, here's another one right here. Hope this is. Yep, you guys can see it. I'm gonna get rid of this one so it doesn't slow everything down. And away we go.
You're looking at weather. You're looking at tides. When it comes down to it, you're going to have 3 days in June. The weather comes in from the west. So what you really...
What happened to Don? Oh, wow, Don. What happened to Don? Where are you, Don? Don, see, 100-year-old veteran died on his way to the... Oh, no. No, that's fucking terrible. Oh. Well, a big salute to him. A true hero. Thank you for your services, sir. Wherever you may lay, you will not be forgotten, nor will it be in vain. So thank you, Don, for letting us know. Terrible situation. That's awful. That's awful. All right. Let me see. Did this start from the beginning, or did it not start from the beginning? It did. Okay.
you need is a meteorologist in Ireland.
I thought this was a very cool story. I just want to bring you a little bit of it, and then we'll jump into the insanity of right-wing politics that everybody comes to watch.
My name is Fergus Sweeney, and I am the grandson of Maureen Sweeney. Maureen Sweeney was from County Kerry, a little village called Knockanure, and she was born on the 3rd of June
The 3rd of June. She was.
1923. Blacksod is in the northwest of...
Hi, Betsy. I thank you for that. Very much appreciated. I think my accent's getting a little better. I'm not sure. I've been working on it a little bit in the shower. We'll see what happens. But thank you. I do appreciate you so much, Betsy, for always being here, always sticking around, and for always contributing to the show. Again, all you have to do is like, share, and subscribe. The shit is free. You just click on a couple buttons. Beyond that is up to you. There's absolutely no obligation to be able to come out of pocket with any money to be able to watch a show or to feel like you're a part of the family. That is just not how it works. I do obviously shout out the people that contribute because that was a choice that they made to help the show, and I appreciate them. And I think they deserve to be recognized. That's just the way I think it goes about it. But I'm not demeaning or degrading people that are not in the position or ability to do so. There are literally just you liking and sharing is a huge way to help this show, to get people to watch this show, to get people that wouldn't originally see this on their feed to maybe click it and to watch it and to learn about things like this. It's important to me. It's very captivating to me. It's important to me. Hopefully I'm not, just boring everybody with shit that I like, but I think stories like this need to be told. I think it's a fucking fantastic way on my show to get stories like this out, and I hope there's no copyright situation. I'll try to stop it every now and again so I don't get copyright, I guess.
Of County Mayo on the very west coast of Ireland was definitely isolated. In the 1930s, they required a post office assistant to work in the office as a clerk. And so Maureen would have answered an advertisement in the paper, and she got the job. Even though we were a neutral state, we were very aware that the Second World War was happening and happening on our doorstep.
And upon the shoulders of a single U.S. general, 52-year-old Dwight Eisenhower, lay the heavy responsibility for the final outcome.
Can you imagine what was going through his mind in the days and weeks leading up to D-Day? Having sole responsibility for every man, woman, landing craft, rifle, bullet, down to the fucking shoelaces. Could you imagine having that responsibility? Unfucking believable. And from the stories that I've read, from the documentaries that I've watched, he fought hard to get the position. So this wasn't something dumped upon him. He fought to get this position. Him and Churchill went back and forth on who should or shouldn't be the supreme Allied commander for the expeditionary force. But Dwight D got the job, and he did a hell of a job. And I think the story of him, JD, thank you so much. Let's fucking go. Appreciate you. You're the best. And I think the story of, the little letter he wrote in case the landings failed. Oh, look at Wes go. $11.10. That is fucking awesome, Wes. You are fantastic. You are doing fine, Brian. Fills in the Sunday gap. Well, I am just fucking thrilled that I could kill and waste a little bit of your Sundays. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, who's going on a trip? I saw somebody's going on a trip. Enjoy your trip, Kelly. Beautiful. Can't wait to go back. Is this a Hawaii thing? I'm guessing. I'm just gonna guess it's a Hawaii thing. I'm gonna scroll back and see if it's a Hawaii thing. Can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it. All right, you'll have to let me know, but that's my guess. Hawaii thing. Let's see. Hi, Kimchi. Hi, Wendy. How are you? What's up, Kelly? Ireland? Oh, you're going back to Ireland. I should have known. Hi. Pretty stupid of me. Watching the movie of that, and I didn't even guess it. All right, here we go.
Of America's great and crucial military venture.
My name is Rob Citino. I'm the senior historian at the National World War II Museum. By 1944, it was time for the U.S. Army, the ground force, to get involved. and put the Germans in a vice. The strategy was to invade Western Europe. Dwight D. Eisenhower was chosen as the supreme commander of it.
Look at that. Look at Monty. Monty hated all the Americans. Monty thought he should have been the supreme Allied commander. Little rift between the two was funny in my book. I think it was pretty funny because they're both military geniuses in their own right. I mean, Monty had a string of successes in North Africa, so I mean, he's pretty much worshipped by the the British military. So, and obviously Dwight D getting the job didn't stuck in his craw. Let's say Happy Pride Month, says Rita. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. And yes, Happy Pride. I do have the sticker, but I think it'll be in the way. Hold on, let me see. I should get a banner that says it. That way I can stew it on the bottom. Names. Where's my name? Right here? Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. But yeah, once we go back to the big screen, I'll put that up because yeah, it is Pride Month, baby. Ooh, Betty. Look at Betty go. Super sticker, $20. Let's go. I appreciate you, Betty Holden. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here watching Blunt Politics. I'm Boston Brian. So let's get back into this great story. It's not long, it's not very long, so stick with me. Stick with me. I know like an old soul. I'm like a 89-year-old man in a 30-something-year-old body. So just stick with me.
This Allied invasion. Eisenhower, his generals, and his staff looked at the map and decided Normandy is the place. This invasion needs a couple of things. You're looking at weather. You're looking at tides. And when it comes down to it, you're going to have 3 days in June, the 5th, the 6th, or the 7th. The weather comes in from the west. So
June was actually already the date that was pushed back. It was previously supposed to be, I believe, the month before. And because of different things, weather, getting the men ready, getting the ships ready, getting the manpower, ready to make this trek across the English Channel, that this was already the pushback date.
what you really need is a meteorologist in Ireland.
Because it's the farthest west in Europe, basically. So you're getting the forecast as it comes over, or before it comes over the English Channel. So it was very helpful to the British to have, people in Ireland that they could depend upon for weather. And it's unbelievable how they do it. I mean, it's literally done by post office. It's not like they have radar systems and weather. Colleen, thank you so much. I saw another one. Sheldon, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Let's go. Appreciate you, Sheldon. Let's go. Colleen, hold on. Let me get to you, Colleen. I won't miss you. When I was a working RN, took care of Vietnam vets, hospital and home. Finding them hiding under their beds, tables broke my heart. Ron was a tunnel rat. We probably won't ever understand what they sacrificed. Couldn't be more true. And thank you so much for the help and the work that you do in taking care of these men and women that went through these horrible, horrible, horrible conditions. So thank you for doing that. You are just a great soul, and we need more human beings like you on this earth. But yes, we will never fully understand. And a lot of them didn't want to talk about it. They just didn't want to talk about it again, which in some ways I understand. In other ways, obviously towards the end of their lives, they were more apt to get some of the things off their chest. But to carry all that stuff for the rest of your life is just, I couldn't even imagine the burden. I couldn't even imagine the stuff going through their mind, afterwards, and trying to lead a normal life after years. Some people 5, 6, 7 years in battle. So it's crazy.
What makes Black Sod kind of key to this is we're about as far west in Europe as you can get. So that's of a huge benefit to the British at this stage in the war. At that time in Irish history, our meteorological service didn't have what we might know today as weather stations. So what had happened was post offices were given the job of doing ground observations. And this data would be sent on to London. They need every advantage that they get. So now they're getting the weather every hour on the hour.
Every hour on the hour in 1944, from Ireland to Britain. It's amazing. Even their early warning detection system for aircraft that they had, lidar, radar, whatever you want to call it. What do they call it? Chain home. Basically, that was incredible for 1944, and a huge reason they won the Battle of Britain, and a huge reason that they were inevitably we were inevitably able to win the war. So, big shout out to the men and women that went into not only designing those things, but the men and women that helped protect them as well.
Eisenhower has a chief meteorologist whom he consults every day, a British group captain by the name of James Stagg.
June 3rd, 1944, that's going to be Maureen's 21st birthday. She would still be doing the late night shift in Maxwell Weather Station from about 12 midnight until about 4 or 5 a.m. that morning. So at about 3 a.m. on June 3rd, when she's going to do her readings, she's going to check her barometer in the office, and she's going to see a rapid drop in pressure.
It was going to mean bad weather over the British Isles and over the English Channel for the next couple.
She was able to be the one to basically tell the entire invasion force what weather what was coming at them, what they were about to face, the tides, how big the seas were, the wind, the rain, the whole 9 yards. So it's such a huge and crucial part of whether or not the invasion was going to work. And in the end, the bad weather actually worked to the Allied forces' advantage, because the Germans never thought that they would try to cross the English Channel and make a beach landing in weather like that, which is why you find that Hitler was sleeping. Rommel was, I believe, back in Germany for his wife's birthday. Several of the higher-ranking commanders were at a war games, I believe in France, I want to say, somewhere in northern France, away from Normandy, basically, and away from their troops and away from their command. So they obviously didn't think that the Allied forces were going to make the landing at this time because of the weather.
She's going to relay that information to the Met Service in Dublin. Then the Met Services in London, they're going to pass that information on to Allied Command. This little weather station on the west coast of Ireland is going to be kind of a linchpin to their decision making. They want to make sure that when they get Maureen's readings, that these readings are accurate, and they're actually going to make 3 phone calls to the weather.
Look at the machines in the background, will you please? Look at the fucking machines in the background. Look at this shit. It's amazing. Back then, that like computers took up entire fucking buildings. It's unbelievable. Look at the machines. It's amazing. It's truly remarkable and amazing they were able to do what they were able to do with the equipment that they had to work with. It's amazing.
Station in Blacksod, and my grandmother says that it was a squeaky.
Hey Jess, Brian, I hope you have an amazing day. Keep speaking your truth. Love you. You're an amazing person. All of us are blessed to have input lives. Let's see. Thank you for all you and Mel and your mods do each week. Well, thank you, Jess. That is just fucking lovely of you to say. Thank you so much for your contribution. I hope the pizza was good. Sorry it took so long. I don't know what the hell fucking Michigan pizza delivery drivers are doing, but it took them fucking forever to get there. But again, happy birthday, and I hope you had a good pizza, a good dinner. I hope it was good. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see here. Somebody else. Did I miss anything? I hope that was it. Yeah, thank you, Jess. You're the best. I appreciate you. Day one, right there. Day one.
Voiced English woman who rang first, and she would have asked Maureen to check her numbers, repeat her numbers.
And then
here she is. The amazing woman that is in the story is right here, and she's funny as fuck.
A gentleman came on about an hour after again. Must have thought we were half asleep. We were up all night.
So they check their numbers and they repeat their numbers. Stag is aware that there's a bad weather system in the Atlantic. With Maureen's 3 a.m. reading, he knows now.
Let's go, Benny Loco. That's 3 more people than there were before you went there. So we appreciate your hard work and dedication. It's getting hot here in the parking lot. I'm on my way back to the house. Yeah, go back and sit in the AC. Your deed has been done. Your good deed has been done for the day, Benny Loco. I appreciate you. Everybody else in the chat appreciate you as well. Thank you for getting folks to register. Like I said, even one a day is great. We're working on something behind the scenes to get more people involved in getting people to vote. So we'll be talking about that soon. But Benny Loco, thank you so much for your hard work. Thank you. Let's go.
That this weather system that's in Black Sod is going to be sitting right over the channel and on the coast of Normandy for June 5th.
Stagg immediately goes to General Eisenhower and says, I'm worried about our plans for the 5th. And had the Allies decided to invade on June 5th, they would have had a catastrophe on their hands.
And anybody that's ever seen any of the movies back in the day depicting what was going on in these rooms and depicting what was going on in the planning for the D-Day invasion knows that how important that weatherman was and how much Dwight Eisenhower was relying on his reports and what the weather was doing from this one guy. In a few movies he's depicted, and he's running in the rain, he's up all night, he's doing everything he possibly fucking can to make sure that he gets Dwight D. Eisenhower the most accurate and the most up-to-date weather predictions so he can make his decision. So it's amazing how important this is, and I know a lot of people might not recognize it, but this is a huge part of the D-Day landing. It really is.
5, 6, 8 foot swells in the English Channel. You would have had soldiers.
Oh, no way. There's absolutely no way. We don't have. That's actually a good question. U.S. ships amount World War II. How many ships did we have? At its peak, the U.S. Navy was operating 7,600. Hold on. Can you see it? At its peak, the U.S. Navy was operating 7,601 ships on VJ Day in August 1945, including 28 aircraft carriers, 23 battleships, 71 escort carriers, 72 cruisers, over 232 submarines, 377 destroyers, and thousands of amphibious supply and auxiliary ships. U.S. ship amount today. The United States Navy has approximately 475 ships in both active service and the reserve fleet. Of these, approximately 50 ships are proposed or scheduled for retirement by 2028, while approximately 90 new ships are in either the planning and in ordering stages under construction, according to the Navy vessel. So, yeah, there's just absolutely no fucking way that we could pull off even anything remotely close to that today, just by the sheer number of ships alone. Yes, Carl, I did watch those documentaries. Thank you so much. One of them was a tearjerker, so to you, but thank you. I love that shit. I could eat this stuff for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. I wouldn't give a shit if I didn't see another show that had color involved in it, because I eat it. I eat it alive. Just a couple more minutes to this, and we'll check in on fucking RSBN bullshit. RS bullshit. All right, here we go. Am I sharing this one? What are you looking at? You're looking at that. Okay. What the fuck? Instagram has disconnected the stream. Well, I don't know why it does that. I have no idea why it would only let you go for an hour. Can I do it again? Let me see if I can. How do I do this? Edit, remove. Can I go back live on Instagram? Let me try that. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna see if I can do it here. If it lets me do it, I'm gonna do it. Nope, I don't want to do that one. It's not park. Yep, that one, and then this one, and then no. But how the fuck would I do that now? Where am I gonna put this? I'm gonna stick it in my ass. I don't fucking know. Do it. All right, edit. What if I do this? What if I do? Can I insert this? No, it doesn't let me change it. You're already live and you need to change the stream key. Remove this destination from the stream, then re-add it. Okay, remove this destination from the stream. Okay, remove. And then, how do I do that? I'm going to re-add it like this. Give me a second. Give me a second. I think it might work. I think it might work. I think it might work. Paste. Save changes. And we back live on Instagram. I did a fucking thing. I did a thing. It worked, motherfucker. Yay. All right, sorry. Break my arm, pat myself on the back because I got back live on Instagram. Anyway, I'm going to shut that off now. And then we're going to go to just a little bit more of this, and then we'll go to the assholes. Stick around for the assholes. You're going to want to see it.
Drowned at sea.
You're watching Blood Politics. I'm Boston Brian. Make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe. That would be fucking fantastic. I appreciate you for being here. Happy Sunday. Smoke it if you got it. Drink it if you got it. I'm so close to being able to reach my fridge. Oh, this is such a joke. All right, let's go.
In the hundreds, if not the thousands. And on that basis, Eisenhower and his aides decide to postpone the invasion.
On the afternoon of the 4th, the weather deteriorates in England and over the Channel. But that also means that the storm has now moved off the west coast of Ireland. So Maureen is going to be back in her weather station. And what she's now going to see is her barometric pressure rising.
There's going to be just enough clear. It'll be a window to give us a chance to launch that invasion on the 6th. That's what Stagg tells Eisenhower. Okay, Eisenhower said, let's go.
Maureen is going to find out in 1956 that it was her weather forecast wore that final piece of the jigsaw puzzle for D-Day.
Eisenhower was making up his mind whether to enter into the war or not. When he saw the report from Black Sod Point, he went ahead then.
Can you imagine that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What'd I miss? Oh, thank you, JD. Bonus for the thing. Let's go. I did a thing. Does anybody know where that comes from? I'll give so. Hold on. If does anybody know where that comes from? I will give so much credit to somebody that can tell me where I did a thing. Not you, Mel. I know you'll know. I'm a hacker. I did a thing. Somebody. Does anybody know? I'm proud of you, babe. Thank you. Sorry, I missed all these comments. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Nope, nobody got it yet. I'm a hacker. Yeah, I can hack. I'm a hacker. Let's see. I'm scrolling through. Anybody get it? JD, thank you again. This is where it started. Anybody? I know, Mel. You do. Of course, you do. All right. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that for you guys, and we'll see if anybody comes in. I did a thing.
After the war, incidentally, someone asked Eisenhower.
We'll be listening on my iPhone. Be right back. No worries, Carl. Do your thing. If you shake it more than twice, you're technically playing with yourself, so try not to.
How did we win the D-Day campaign? He smiled and said we had better meteorologists than they did.
Maureen passed away on the 17th of December.
All right, Michael. I'm gonna take this as I'm gonna take this as close enough. Okay, this is close enough. I will take it because he does say it on Clarkson's farm. You're absolutely right, and you just stepped up at least 50 fucking points in my book. If you want to move in at some point, you can, and we can just watch Clarkson's Farm, Top Gear, and the Grand Tour all day. That'd be fucking fantastic. As long as we can throw in a little World War II, that'd be great. But yes, you're the best. That's fucking incredible that you got that one. I love it.
2023. Maureen lived to the age of 100 years and 5 months. She lived a happy life here in the village of Blacksod. My grandparents always reminded us who made the sacrifices that day. Young men who were 18, 19, guys who hadn't experienced life, and they gave it all up so that we could be free.
We were all 18, 19-year-olds.
I had two MG-42s that were shooting at me from opposite sides.
How, like, I would have so much defecation in my pants. I really would. I would be Donald Trump. I would turn into Donald Trump in the courtroom. I mean, just imagine having two MG42s on either side of you. And for those who may not be familiar with it, MG42. Let me share this tab instead. Images. It's gonna be this bad, Larry. Right here. Rate of fire, I believe, somewhere in the range of 1,200 rounds a minute. I guess I could figure that out. It'd probably tell me, right? Rate of fire. What can is MG2 fastest machine gun? 1,300 rounds a minute, which is just fucking sickening. That's the one I believe they called Hitler's buzzsaw because it sounded like it was kind of ripping paper as it was shooting because the bullets were coming out so fast. Yeah, not something you want to have on either side of you as you're storming a beach. Just gonna throw that out there.
They were trying to kill me. My name is Jake Larson. I'm 101 years old. I grew.
God bless you, Jake Larson.
Jake Larson. I'm 101 years old. I grew up in Minnesota.
My name is Bob Gibson. I've lived in Hampton all my life practically. I'm 101 years old. I was drafted in my senior year.
I was 18 at that time.
The D-Day operation was known as Operation Overlord. It's one of the greatest military operations in history. You had almost 7,000 ships involved, 9,000 aircraft in the sky, 1.5 million men.
1.5 million men. And the fact that they were able to deceive the Germans into thinking they were landing at the Pas de Calais with fucking blow-up tanks using General Patton as kind of a decoy, and stationing him, or supposedly stationing him at the directly across from the Pas de Calais, and then using rubber tanks, rubber planes. They had tanks that had loudspeakers on them, and that would just play the sound of moving tanks and wheels and people talking and people smoking, and it was fucking unbelievable the lengths that they went to deceive the German army, so they weren't able to stack their force in Normandy, because it would have been 10 times as tough if they didn't do it.
We were geared up for battle that morning.
It took, I forget how many hours to go across the English Channel, but it was rough. I'll tell you, that's a flat bottom move on what they call a Rhino ferry. It's nothing but a big pontoon.
The Allies were landing across over 100 miles of Norman coastline. You have Utah Beach and then Omaha Beach. There's gold for the British, Juno for the Canadians, and sword for the British.
I'm not Utah, all young fellas, 18, 19 years old.
I was on.
You know what, Gunther? Great fucking point. Great fucking point, and I apologize that I didn't mention this earlier. These are the men and women that we're looking at right now that sacrificed everything in their lives, that left everything behind to defend a continent that they had little knowledge of, that with languages that they didn't speak, with problems that they didn't have caused by people that weren't a part of their government. You know what I mean? So it's like, these are the people that Donald Trump called suckers and losers. These are the people that got captured on this day, on D-Day. And there were thousands of them that captured. Are the people that Donald Trump says he doesn't like. He doesn't like the people that were captured, right? He doesn't like the people that were captured. Let's see here. Trump. Keen. Comment. No. See, because he made a bunch of them, this fucking sick fucking prick. Here we go. Let's see here. All right, let me take this down.
McCain
Sorry.
goes, oh boy, Trump makes my life difficult. He had 15,000 crazies show up. Crazies. He called them all crazy. I said, they weren't crazy. They were great Americans. These people, if you would have seen these people, I know what crazy is. I know all about crazies.
Yep, he knows all about them because it's all he's got.
These weren't crazy. So he insulted me, and he insulted everybody in that room. And I said, somebody should run against John McCain, who has been, in my opinion, not so hot. And I supported him. I supported him for president. I raised $1 million for him. It's a lot of money. I supported him. He lost. He let us down. But, he lost. So I never liked him as much after that because I don't like losers. But Frank, let me get to it. He hit me. He's not a war hero. He's a war hero. He's a war hero. 5.5 years. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell
you. Sometimes I got to calm myself. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm not at a Southie bar in which it is commonplace to see somebody's phalanges balled up in a fist make contact with another person's face for reasons because the other person was an asshole or talking shit or defamed or degraded the military or something like that. So I had to kind of walk back a little bit because now I'm in the public sphere. I can't be doing that stuff, right? Right? Now, just one more time, in case you didn't catch it. One more time.
you. He hit me. He's not a war.
The other guy, whoever's I forget who's interviewing, but he's saying he's a war hero. He's a war hero because he was shot down over Vietnam, was held in one of the worst prisons, one of the most infamous prisons, tried to escape, had injuries because of this. I mean, the guy is just... Donald Trump couldn't hold John McCain's fucking jockstrap, okay? He couldn't hold his fucking hand chalk, the powder that you get before you go up to bat, or the fucking little sack, what do you fucking call it? I mean, the rosin on the fucking mound that the pitchers used to have and pick up. He's not worthy of fucking even being in the same room as some of these people, as any of these people. So fuck this motherfucker.
War hero. He's a war hero. He's a war hero. 5.5 years. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay?
Right, because that has any effect on whether or not they sacrificed everything to do the job and to complete the mission ahead of them, right? Whether or not they were captured is beyond the fact that they have already made the decision. They have already made the choice to make the sacrifice for their country, for Europe. I mean, it is just fucking it's infuriating to me. It really is. It's fucking infuriating to me. And I don't even like I said, I got to remind myself that I'm on camera a lot. So I apologize.
All young fellas, 18, 19 years old.
I was on Omaha Beach. I was an operations sergeant. I got on this landing craft, infantry, and it was rough.
I drove a tractor with a 90-millimeter gun on the back. Our job was to get that gun on the beach and get it there as quick as you could. And we would guard an ammunition dump as soon as we could get on it.
Was I scared? Never scared. Of course, we all knew there's a possibility of us not coming back. I never gave it a thought that I wouldn't make it.
The Germans had troops and fortifications and guns at all 5 of those beaches.
I was on the easy red approach. The pilot got a little bit scared, so he let us out a little bit soon. We were in water right up to our chin. We should have been up to our waist.
We got off of the Ronald Ferry onto.
And it's a shame because a lot of them drowned because of the equipment they had on. I mean, you think of the stuff that they had to go loaded with. A lot of the people went over the sides, and that was it. They never even made it to the beach. It's a shame. All right, let's check in on. We'll check quick on that because I don't know. I guess too sad. We'll check on where these assholes are. Play. How do you play it? Why won't you play? Can you do a plays? What's it doing? What's it doing? What the fuck is this? what just happened? What just happened? History. I don't know what the fuck that was. More hero. Here he is. This fucking asshole. All right, here we go. Is it offline?
They don't want that. No one wants these policies. This is hurting our economy. It's devastating all Americans, and it's really in need for a course correction immediately. We need immediate course correction for sure.
Yes, we do. A lot of what we heard from the speakers as well was on immigration. A lot of Latinos spoke, and a lot of Latinos here in the crowd. So what you're going to see is a rebranding of sorts today, from Latinos to Trump to Latino Americans for Trump. And I think, Paul, where there's some confusion.
Anybody going down yet? You see anybody going down because of the heat? Anybody see Hal? Where's Hal? Oh, okay. Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging into your router and moving closer. If the router was any closer, I would have to fucking eat the thing. And I'm already directly plugged into it. So shut the fuck up, little button. Stupid motherfucker. What is her accent? Annoying. I think they call that annoying. Is what they call that. I think she's from Annoying USA, but she's got the.
I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
Confusion sometimes with independent voters and even the Democrats is that we're against immigration. We're not against legal immigration. Come the legal way. It's the illegals coming in that we're against, and so are the people here who may have come the legal way. So this is a land of opportunity.
Who is fucking Rico Suave over here? I've never seen this douche before. Who's this fucking sweaty moose knuckle from New York City? Would he just fall out of a fucking Wall Street tree? Does he know where he is? Does he know where he is? And they love talking about the fucking.
It was reported that an illegal alien, and you just look at this, what's happening.
That's all they talk about now. It's all they talk about.
The land of freedom.
Even though Donald Trump was responsible for killing the original bill that the Democrats had put up and Joe Biden wanted to put in place, and now has consistently gone on the record against Joe Biden's recent attempt to get the southern border under control. So go figure on that one. They want it controlled, but they don't want it controlled, because if we actually control it, then they won't have that as a talking point going forward for the election. See what I'm saying? So keep voting against the shit that's going to help it. Keep voting against that shit just so you can keep stringing it along for the election, because you want that talking point there. That's how important it is to you. You don't mind it so much as the people are coming in if it's a talking point. But, who am I to say?
Looking at our First Amendment, Second Amendment, and the Constitution, it goes on and on. But it's coming in the legal way. And the people who did come in here the legal way don't like what's going on at our border.
Right. I mean, many of the Latinos have been galvanized by, obviously, the weaponized system of justice, but also the crisis at the...
Right. Because if anything will do it, it's the fact that a rich white billionaire from New York City was prosecuted. Who's coming? They're coming for me next, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to come for me next. I mean, the only logical thing you can think of is Donald Trump, then me, because I'm a target, I guess, for these people. It's so stupid to think that you have anything to fear because Donald Trump was prosecuted. Trucker John is live at the rally. I don't know. Is he? I'd like to go to one around here. I think the closest they come is fucking New Hampshire, I think.
The border. Many of them here, you heard from a speaker who became an American citizen, was naturalized the correct way, went through the lawful process, and they're seeing what's happening right now on the southern border and saying, that's not fair, that's not justice. We went through the system the right way.
What is happening at the southern border? Can somebody explain to me that? Because I saw a reporter down there yesterday or the day before, and again, he's standing in front of a wall with nothing fucking happening, reporting that the wall is that the border is crumbling, and again seeing mass invasions, all while showing absolutely fucking nothing. It's mind blowing to me. I have no idea. The talking point was a talking point for a while, then it went away, then it's a talking point again because Biden's trying to fix the situation going on there. But I don't see a lot of what they're talking about. That's just I don't see what's happening. I don't see the huge. And then again, this asshole, when I was watching it before, was trying to say that 20 million people have come in the country. Meanwhile, Donald Trump's 18 million statement is fucking absolutely ludicrous. So this guy wanted to add 2 million onto Donald Trump's ludicrous $18 million count. What's the actual? I think the actual is somewhere near 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken, what the number is. So they're just not even fucking in the realm of reality when they talk about how many people have come in this country.
Way we assimilated. We learned how to speak English. We fought and we worked hard to pay for our families and our jobs, and we did everything the right way. Why is it the case that many of the case criminals crossing our border, the Mexican cartels that Congresswoman Green spoke about, why do they get a free pass? Why?
They don't. They don't. You're mad at absolutely fucking nothing. Why, if these criminals are living a successful life in whatever country they may be in, why the fuck would they didn't come to the United States? Why? 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 Who? What? In what fucking right mind do you believe that a whole group of gang members are going to allow somebody to ship them to the United States? What the fuck are you talking about? It's the most ridiculous thing. Can somebody give me a country? Show me an exact fucking time that a bus or a train or a fucking plane pulled up to the southern border with a load full of fucking mental patients. Please. Can somebody please confirm or deny that? Can somebody please, when they're talking to Donald fucking Trump, when they interview Donald Trump, can they ask him where this fucking claim comes from? Can you verify the claim that you're making about fucking mental institutions and fucking prisons all over? Because last time I checked, the prisons are fucking overloaded in these South American countries. He keeps doing El Salvador. Look at the fucking jails in El Salvador, for fuck's sake. The guy basically locked up the whole country. And you got Don Jr. down there kissing his ass, talking about, oh, you doesn't have to do it with the fucking... El Salvador doesn't lock up people. Check this out. It took me 7 seconds, right? I go, okay. El Salvador doesn't lock up political opponents. Okay. Let's see. President jailed. Let's see here. Let's see. It took me about 5 seconds. Let me see. News. And then President 14. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's facing 14 years. What the fuck is it? X El Salvador resident facing 14 years. See, that does it. There we go. There we go. There it is. There it is. Let me share this tab instead. Make sure you can see it. Can you see it? I'll go to this one so you can see it even better. All right, so this took me all of 5 fucking seconds to pull up. El Salvador President Mauricio Funes sentenced to 14 years for negotiating with gangs. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of the story. Maybe he did it. Maybe he didn't. I don't fucking know. But you can't go to El Salvador and say they don't lock up their political opponents or anybody high-ranking in their government. So that's just not how it is. All right, let's go back to this. Share that. Close that. And we're going to go.
How do they get to come in without going through the lawful process? And obviously, it's a way for cheap labor and for cheap votes or free votes for the Democrats. So that's an issue that.
Yeah. Yep. Because we all know that, anybody in the world can vote in United States elections. It's not like you have to be a United States citizen. Satire. Because you do. You have to be a U.S. citizen in order to vote in the presidential election. It's a crime. You go to jail if you try to break that law. What are you talking about? Who says that these people coming in are all Democrats? You're trying to tell me right now that they all love Trump. So, but why would the ones coming in, you know what? Doesn't make sense.
That really gets Hispanics of any other group. They want closed borders. They want us to secure the border. And it's an issue that really hits close to home for so many.
Yeah, I'm bored with you. Shut up.
President Trump's corner at rates.
Different things that you can do to help save this country. So I would encourage you to get with your local leaders, your local county, your city, and do what you can to save this country. It all starts at home.
It all starts at home. There are many volunteers here today registering voters. I saw online, getting people to sign petitions for various causes. I'm on the ground. You know, if you're on the ground here in Nevada and Las Vegas.
This guy came to a rally in June in fucking Las Vegas, dressed in a 27-piece suit. He's already had to strip down about fucking 47 layers out there. These people must be melting. Looks a little overcast though. They might be getting a literal leaf. Because it doesn't look hella sunny. But maybe it's just the camera angle. Could just be me.
At the rally, just make sure you stay hydrated. Very hot day, but that hasn't slowed any of the momentum. And RSBN is the only network that's doing full wall-to-wall coverage all day long. So obviously we appreciate.
Yes, because nobody else is fucking crazy enough to send their camera crew out there in June in Las Vegas for fucking 47 hours in the sun.
Appreciate all your support. We appreciate everyone tuning in. And, you know, obviously this is a grassroots movement, and the grassroots are stronger than they've ever been.
Yes, they are. And we want to thank all of the people who have helped us get here today. Excuse me, just a second. Yeah. We want to thank all of you.
Where you going?
Yeah, that's fine. But listen, this is such a party.
What the fuck just happened? What's going on? Yeah.
Yes, they are. And we want to thank all of the people who have helped us get here today. Excuse me, just a second. Yeah. We want to thank all of you.
Did she just shit her pants? Did she just poop in her pants? Is that what's going on here?
Never been.
Yes, they are. And we want to thank all of the people who have helped us get here today. Excuse me, just a second. Yeah. We want to thank all of you.
Oh, that's why you don't go live for so long. That's why you don't go live. Oh my god, that is fucking too good.
Yeah, that's fine. But listen, this is such a party.
He has no idea what to say. He doesn't know what's going on. He has no idea what's going on. Oh, this is fucking beautiful. This is beautiful.
It's a festive atmosphere. You have them playing all the rally hits.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Maybe literally. Maybe literally. I think she shit her drawers. Oh man. Oh, that's too good. What happened? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. What's going on right now? There you are. There you is. All right. Now, this is fucking beautiful. I'm sorry. It is.
You have the Billy Joel music. You have the Elvis Presley soundtrack. They were playing If I Can Dream before. American Trilogy is another favorite one of the.
We can hear the fucking music. We don't need you to replay the soundtrack. Thank you very much, sir. I mean, come on.
Presidents. They're playing Elton John, Pavarotti. So.
Pavarotti? What? Pavarotti? Where the fuck does that come from? Yeah, they're playing like, I don't know, YMCA, fucking Elvis Presley, that douchebag that sings the America song, and, you know, fucking Mozart. I think Beethoven's next.
All of the president's favorite hits. They're playing at this rally. It really is such a fest.
Keep going, kid. You're doing fine. You're doing good. Killing it.
Festive, beautiful environment, and all the people are having a lot of fun. All the people are having.
So sorry if you know me.
Oh, there we go. She's back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had to wipe my butt real quick.
And been watching over the last couple of weeks. In Texas, we have all kinds of weather and allergies. I had to go to the doctor last week again, and they say,
Yeah, blame it on the allergies. Tons of shit floating around there in Vegas. Ton of allergies. You're in a park. Maybe you should, I don't know, get a fucking convention center. Maybe get people inside. Less less fucking grass around, I guess, if that's what you're allergic to. I think you pooped your pants. I'm going to roll with that. So I'm just going with that.
everyone is fighting allergies. So,
there's a lot of dust in the air,
and there's a lot of dust here.
I have
yes,
it on
we
my
are
shoes.
in the desert.
They kicked it up. We're in the
Bear
desert.
with me. I fight them all the time. But back to what I was saying, continue to donate. We appreciate all of you who have helped get us here. All of the
Yeah, please continue to donate because we almost ran out of toilet paper here. We got people peeing in little cups because they can't make it to the porta potties that we didn't order for the thousands of people that will be here. So if you could please donate, I'd love to get another roll of the Trump toilet paper because I like when his nose touches my butthole as I wipe my ass, and sometimes my finger actually goes through his mouth, and that's fun too. So donate, please. Thank you.
people who continue to donate. You do the monthly prescriptions. If you just do a one-time only, that's fine too. We appreciate all of you. You can go to rsbnetwork.com, donate, and keep us on the road as we head into November, because a lot of the reason that we're here and we're able to get the momentum going across the country is because of you at home. Another thing that you can do, and this really works, social media is free advertising.
It is.
So if you're watching,
It is. It is. It really is. It's like social media advertising, we call it here at RSBN. And it's free. It is free.
on Rumble, Truth, X, Facebook, YouTube, share, subscribe on YouTube,
Follow,
share.
No, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. I subscribe to these assholes because I have to watch what they say, and I kind of like commenting sometimes, and you have to be a subscriber to fucking comment. And I like pissing them off and throwing a little fucking "Let's go, Joe" in the chat every now and again. But yeah, so let me do it. I'll do the fucking RSBN watching, and then we can just do it like this as we make fun of fucking Slick Rick here and Betty Boop. Sweat their fucking tail feather off in front of us.
Share, follow,
retweet all the posts that are coming out. Be sure you share it, because that's the way you get the word out. Social media has changed the game. It's decentralized media, and it's empowered the grassroots. So it's so important to share everything that we put out here today. Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, X, True Social, President's favorite social media platform. We're popping off all day long.
Oh, popping. We are popping off. We are just, it's popping, baby. It is popping. Tons of shit happening on True Social. How's this stock doing? How's that going, by the way?
On all the social media. And TikTok. Can't forget TikTok.
Fucking TikTok. Remember when Trump wanted to get rid of TikTok? Now he's on TikTok. It's he doesn't give a shit what he says, and it doesn't matter at all, ever, what the fuck his policies are, because he doesn't give a shit. Because he's on TikTok now. Go figure.
Yes, Trump's on TikTok now, so that's a lot of fun and reaching to the younger crowd. We are now at 11:30 Pacific time, local time here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thanks for watching and choosing Right Side Broadcasting Network, your campaign headquarters for the 2024 election season. Having a great time here. The people are listening to music and they are on their feet.
Because they don't have fucking seats. Of course they're on their feet. What are you, a fucking half a ham sandwich? Jesus Christ almighty.
Waiting 45 2547 to come take the stage. President Trump arrived here last night after having a big fundraiser in California last night, and also taking some time to wave to voters who are having their own little private Trump boat parade.
Yeah, I mean, you had a boat parade.
Yeah, it was nice. All 22 of the boats were there. None sank as far as I could see, which is always a plus in a Trump boat parade. Because usually they go down like the fucking Titanic. Yeah. So all in all, it was good. He waved at a few boats, which clearly means he's going to win the election, right? There was, I mean, what else? Look at the fucking boats. I mean, one of them was actually like $1 million boat, so of course he's going to win the election. I mean, that's just better than a poll. That is better than a poll, ladies and gentlemen.
In California, you had a huge motorcade car parade on Long Island in New York. So from coast to coast, the troops are coming out, the MAGA troops are coming out, and they're making their voices heard. It used to be the silent majority. Not too many Americans are silent anymore. They're fed up. They're angry with the current state of affairs coming out of Washington. They realize the swamp has to be drained once and for all. And that's what this election is all about with President Trump's 2024 historic presidential campaign. Another thing, he was asked this past week, by Dr. Phil, who's, he's not a dyed-in-the-wool conservative. He's more centrist, kind of out of politics, but
he's almost, talk to Phil. He's almost a Democrat, really, if you think about it. It's kind of Democratish in no way, shape, or form, and is a fucking boot-licking, oof, what could I say not to get thrown off YouTube? He is a boot-licking, fucking taint-sniffing, low-life scumbag piece of shit that cares more about the money in his bank account and the taxes that he pays than the actual betterment of the country that he lives in. So as far as I'm concerned, Dr. Phil can go fucking pound sand down his throat, my friend. Oi, pound it down your throat, laddie. That's what I say. Maybe if I say it in an accent, I won't get thrown off of the YouTube. But maybe I will. I don't know. All right. I'm getting a little crazy here. All right, let's go.
Are you going to get back on your political opponents? And Trump had a perfect answer. He said the best form of retribution is success. I want to unite the country. I want to, bring us all together as a movement, bring us all together as a country. I'm the president for everyone. And you're
No. Nope. He's the president for no one at the moment, and it will stay that way as long as I have breath in my lungs. So, no.
You're seeing that reflected in the crowd today. Former Democrats, independents, young people, Hispanics, blacks, they're all coming out.
All right, we'll check back in on them here. I'll let it play while I find the next little thing I want to go over.
Right, and that's what is scaring and the fear that's being instilled into the Democrat Party, because they've run on this lie for so long that we help the African Americans, and they're seeing now that is absolutely not true. So President Trump's poll numbers are coming up in the African American community.
Gold sneakers, guys. Gold fucking sneakers. What else do you need to do? He was arrested. He was indicted. He's been convicted, and he sells gold fucking sneakers. Okay? The 4 components of getting the African American vote in the United States, as we all know. Thank you, Midday. Appreciate you. What does it say? Smelly melon felon. That's good. That's good. And that's actually pretty close to Mel's copy idea. I like it. All right. So see what these assholes are doing here. He should be about 20 minutes away, but we all know he's going to be late. So who knows?
They're going up in the Latino community. Right. And you get there by doing your own homework. Don't listen to the mainstream media. Don't listen to what your friends on social media are saying. Because if you look at Facebook, the conservatives were silenced for so long, right, and still may be, to a sense, because they would go to quote unquote Facebook jail.
Didn't they just not 2 minutes ago tell us to listen to everything on social media and to post everything on social media and to get on all the sites? Now all of a sudden they're back and forth, up and down, left and right. They don't know which way they're fucking
if they
going.
posted anything. And so people started realizing, wait a minute, something's not right here. And then I think when they saw the contrast, the sharp contrast between President Trump's administration and Biden's administration, that nope, the Democrats aren't really doing what they say they're doing. They're not really the party for the people, and the conservative party is. And so that's why you see, a fighter like President Trump, his poll numbers continuing to go up with all Americans. And I'm telling you, Paul, I wish I was a fly on the wall the day of the rally in the Bronx, in AOC's office and Nancy Pelosi's office and Biden's office, to see it's not about whether you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic.
What the fuck is she talking about? This is what happens when you put people in front of a camera for like 147 hours with no script, nothing to say, and you got to wait for some fucking fascist douchebag to come spit lies at you for fucking an hour and a half. Anyways, let's go over a little bit of this. Put this here. You see it? Oh, you get a little tweet, a little alert on the side. I like it. These are the Russian losses for the past 24 hours. Take a look at this. Look at this. These are just starting to get fucking silly now, these numbers. They really are. We're up to 518,560 troops, plus 1,270 removed from the battlefield in a 24-hour period. 26 APVs, up to 15,000. 78 vehicles and fuel tanks, 26 tanks, 60 artillery systems, 37 UAVs, 2 MLRSs, 2 anti-aircraft warfare batteries, 5 special equipments, and a partridge in a fucking pear tree. I mean, just how in the fuck? These are indicative estimates of the Russian combat losses as of June 9th, according to the armed forces of Ukraine. How do you sustain this? Honestly, though. How can you sustain this? And we're now saying reports coming out that Russia will not be able to sustain this. I think somebody did the numbers of tanks that they had previous to the invasion, tanks that they had lost in the invasion, and tanks that they in the amount that they can produce. And I don't think it was very good for the Russians. I don't think the numbers added up very well for them. And another thing I wanted to show you. Did you guys see this? Check this out. What can I search on this one? What can I search on this one? Orban. I know I suck at typing. What do you want me to do? This was fucking crazy too. Look at this. Yeah, good. Good. No, you know what's good? You know what I love doing is showing you guys stuff that you can't see because it's not on the screen. That's actually my that's actually my main move. I think it's the best way to go really when you're streaming is to not show the guests anything that you're doing and to just let them hear what's going on. So sorry about that. My bad. We'll start over. These are the types of numbers that Donald Trump wishes he could get. And again, he can't. Incredible. I mean, this was basically. Let's see here. How do I get out of this one? I'm gonna do this. The size of today's anti-Orban rally in Budapest was insane. So this was in Budapest, Hungary. Look at that. Look at that. you know, the strong man that Donald Trump always touts in his speeches. These are the people that don't support him. This is the group that you can get together of people that don't support what Viktor Orban is doing. So yeah, again, why he touts Viktor Orban again with the inflation he's seen in his country? Doesn't he say that inflation is a country buster? Right? Donald Trump says inflation is a country buster. Why would you then tout anything Viktor Orban says? Why would you not then look at the U.S. economy, which is the best, fastest growing, most productive economy on the face of the fucking planet? Oh, Michael Irish, easily. I'd say easily 100K. That's a lot of fucking people right there. That's a lot of fucking people. If they loved us, they wouldn't turn our beautiful country into a colony in an assembly plant. Then we wouldn't be the toys of the east wind. Amazing. Just fucking incredible. Incredible. It was the 200th demonstration against Orban's regime in Budapest today. We don't want Orban. We don't want the Putin orcs. Orban, get out. So that's pretty fucking telling. Pretty straightforward. Look at that. Will you please? How do I zoom? Can I zoom? Is there a zoom aspect? I think I do this a lot. Oh, is that not working? Is it working? I don't fucking know. 200, 300? Oh, great. Whatever. I suck at this. I don't know why I try to risk it anyway. Anyways, it's a shitload of fucking people against the man that Donald Trump continues to tout in his speeches. I just wanted to show you that little bit of kit. Get you. Oh, Deanne, thank you so much for the $2. You are the best. Way to go. I don't know where it went. Sometimes my orcs, yes, they are. These motherfuckers. When you praise Russia, hold on. When you praise North Korea, Russia, Hungary, and China, but bash our allies, you might be a dictator. Just saying. Linda Blanton, couldn't agree more. Couldn't fucking agree more. Let's see where these guys are live, because I know I've stopped it a bunch of times. Look at the diversity of the crowd, guys. I mean, this is the epitome of a Big Tent party right here. This is the party of all classes in all races, as you can see right here. Let me get out of the way so you can see. This is as you can tell by the assortment of colors you now see in front of you, the people, the diversity of nationalities in races is really telling. No, yeah, it just looks like a white paper to me. It looks like a blank piece of paper. That's what it looks like. This is basically the Trump rally right here. You can't see me because that would probably be good. This right here is a Trump rally. This is basically what it looks like. If I just covered up the camera, that's basically what a Trump rally looks like if you look at it. Just a white sheet of fucking paper. Oh, a little color. We got a dot. But that's all right. Because, I mean, the nationalities that you see in there, yep. Uno Latino para ti. I didn't even see him. You're going to have to point that one out because I don't even fucking see. I see white all over the place. Looks like somebody spilt a can of fucking white paint. This guy's definitely got a Nazi. He's definitely at some point. Hold on, you can't see my. This guy right here. There's definitely a fucking Nazi tattoo somewhere on this arm. Right here. Possibly on his motorcycle too. What this guy is doing here, I think he's on ecstasy. If you can see my cursor, he's bottom left to the left of the podium, above the two cowgirls, I guess you would call them. Who else do we got? This guy definitely has beat his wife once or twice in his life. He's probably been married at least 4 or 5 times. What else do we got here? That's about it. That's about it. Oh, what is this lady? She going for the Trump hairdo? Yep, looks like she's going in for the Trump. Anyways, let's see where they are. Right. So the first words we hear out of this guy's mouth is the Ukraine, and that's always a tell. Anybody that calls it the Ukraine, which would then denote that as a territory of the Soviet Union and not a sovereign nation onto itself, is pretty telling. They're either uneducated, misinformed, or doing it purposefully. How is this licensed? Like, do they have to license this music to be able to play it at the rally? Because if I was any of these people, I mean, maybe this guy because he's a Southerner down south, maybe he's I don't know what the fuck his political affiliations are, but like all these other people, why would you? I would no audio from stream. Oh, gotcha. My bad. That's okay. Okay. You guys, what's the worst thing that's happened is you haven't heard a part of the fucking Trump rally today. God bless us. Okay. Yes, it's not the Ukraine. Yeah. But I was saying, like, how do these people, how are they allowed to play this music at these rallies? I would just, if I was any of these fucking artists, I would be fucking hop, skipping, and jumping right to the phone to be like, excuse me, sir. Can you not play my music at the fascist rally? That would be fucking fantastic. Yeah, that would be great. Yep. That would be great. Thank you.
Encourage you to pick up your copy of this free Trump book. Go to freetrumpbook.com. That's free Trump.
You were I think you were saying something about indoctrination of kids a moment ago, but do go on.
Mike Huckabee is behind this book, and he wants your kids to know all about how our government works. And
Yes, because that's what the kids need to know about. That's what they need to learn about. Come on, guys. We all know that what you want to learn in 2nd and 3rd grade is the processes of the government and the institutions, and how basically, the United States budgets our military, and that's what you're learning in 2nd grade. We all know that, right? Because what the fuck? What in the fuck is going on with these people? What in the fuck?
You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things. Like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
We should teach the kids about that. Kids need to learn about uranium. They do. And I'm sure there's a bit about magnets in this book.
Magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets.
It is. So if they don't learn about magnets and they don't learn about the government in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade, from Mike Huckabee of all fucking people, then this country's really going to go downhill.
How well President Trump did as president. And so teach your kids, because we know they probably won't learn it in school. So it all starts at home, whether it's their teachings about our Constitution and our Declaration of Independence and how important it is that you should stand for our national anthem. All of that is taught at home. God, faith, and family starts at home, because they're not going to learn it, unfortunately, in the outside.
Didn't they just have a whole thing where they didn't stand for the national anthem? Where was that? I'm pretty sure there was something, and then they were yelling at Colin Kaepernick because he took it. I think there was a whole thing about that, actually. The cheap looking $400 sneakers. Yes, Loretta. Correct. What's his face? The fucking 40-year-old blow had him on earlier. Let's see. Can I find him? These are the best parts, though. I might actually scroll back to some of these interviews to tell you the truth. They were about How long? There. Yep, it was just after this. Here we go. Here we go. Here's your sneakers. Here's your
Social
sneakers.
media. I see you guys very busy. Love what you do. Let's talk about some of your new music.
We have a new song called "I Gotta Stand with Trump." Right? It's
Oh, dude. If you have to go on RSBN with fucking $400 fake gold sneakers to show up your fucking cankles, you got fucking problems. You really do. And I also want you to notice, look at the way he's holding on. Look at the way he's holding on to the to this lady. I don't remember her name because it's not important to me.
me and the Trump Latinos. Their album is out right now. It's actually on that.
Look at the hand. Look at the hand on the. What is this all about? What's this all about? I don't know. Fucking PETA. Let's fucking go, dude. Oh my god. I'm running out of ways to thank you, dude. I really don't. I feel I feel like I don't show you enough appreciation. Like I don't thank you enough. Like I don't tell you enough about how much you help this channel continue to grow. So I will promise to get better at thanking you, Peter. I do. And if everybody else in the chat could be so gracious as to thank Peter for his contributions to this channel, I would be fucking very appreciative. So thank you, buddy. I do appreciate it because going through this shit is fucking. It's not easy watching this. It's not.
I'm America's Voice. These two been working real hard. Got a lot of good music. They were in the Bronx with me too.
How about this? I'm gonna go back. We'll look at some of the interviews, right? Because they're just fucking crazy. Is that? Wait a minute. Is that another one, or is that the same one? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. It is a different one. Peter, holy shit. Unfucking believable. Thank you, Peter. Like, honestly, fucking hats off. Fucking raise a glass. I don't have a glass to raise. Vape, I'll raise a vape to you, Peter. Thank you. I'm running out of ways to to thank you, dude. I really am. I can't honestly thank you enough. I appreciate you from the bottom of my fucking heart. From my toes to my nose, brother. My toes to my nose. I appreciate you. Let's go on this ass bag.
This another new artist, Black Donald Trump. He's got a song called "Keep It In."
What's his name?
Knows their album is out right now. It's actually on that album, America's Voice. These two been working real hard. Got a lot of good music. They were in the Bronx with me too. This another new artist, Black Donald Trump.
Black Donald Trump. How high pitched can you say PETA? I don't know if I can do high pitched.
Peter? Peter? Hey, Lois, were you there when I farted?
That's Lois saying a Peter line, so that didn't make any sense. That was terrible. I apologize. I wish I could rewind that and take that back.
Peter? Oh, Peter.
Oh my, have you seen like the real life Peter Griffin? Can we do a sidetrack? Can we do a little sidetrack here? Can we do a little sidetrack here? Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's do videos. We'll do this one. Oh, I love you guys for making me do this. This is in Boston too.
Hey everyone, it's Dolly from Dollylicious Cosplay here with Nerd Caliber at Boston Comic Con 2015, and I am here with
the real life Peter Griffin.
I just absolutely love that. I love it. I've seen you all over the internet. You're like a sensation. This is totally, I'm fangirling right now on the inside. This is just too awesome. I love Family Guy. It's an awesome show. So how come you decided to impersonate Peter Griffin?
Well, I've been doing voices since middle school. I've been going to New York Comic Con since 2012, and I went as another costume. I went as Western Ghost Rider.
It was a very uncomfortable costume, but I got a kick out of dressing up like characters, so I decided, well, let me try to figure out somebody that I have the clothes for already that will be comfortable, but I could still be a character. And I just found all this stuff in my closet, and I was like, boom, Peter Griffin, and it worked.
And you impersonate his voice
boom, Peter Griffin.
so well. Like, what is your favorite line from Peter Griffin?
When you poop in your dreams, you poop for real.
That is fantastic. Now, what can you tell me about Boston Comic Con? Are you loving it?
It is cool. It is very, very cool. It's crowded, but that's a sign of a good show. Because if it wasn't crowded, then people probably would be like, this is a great show.
All right. Enough of the sidetrack, but I just thought that was fucking funny. So, how about we do this? Can somebody be on a Trump watch? Anybody that might have another screen going that they could watch the RSBN live broadcast. Is he on yet?
Can't even stand up and talk for more than 10 minutes without having some sort of episode where he has to be escorted off stage. It's impossible for him to do anything like this. Yep. He has no support.
No. Has anybody ever seen Joe Biden be escorted off stage, which I believe is what he was just talking about? All right, so no, he's not talking yet. I do want to get to some of these. Let's see. To get to the beginning. Here we go. Somebody keep on Trump watch, though. When he goes on, I'll hop on.
President Trump.
We love President Trump here. It's the unions, I think, that don't. But we love President Trump.
Let's talk about that. Explain what you said about the unions.
Everyone, you can't blame everybody because they've been listening to mainstream media for too long. They are brainwashed. Yeah, it's hard not to get angry, but when everyone mainstream is telling you one thing, and they can't all be lying to you, but they are. This guy right here, Bongino.
Dan Bongino.
He just said it. They can't all be lying to you, but they are. Yeah, nope.
Dino, yes.
It's always 2 weeks to 2 months ahead of the news cycle. Listening to him for a couple of years now, and cutesy time is definitely over.
So, do you think
The fuck does that mean? Cutesy time
Las
is over.
Vegas is now Trump country?
I think it's definitely in play.
What about Nevada?
It's those two blue counties we worry about. But, Biden, if he was to show up, he'd have, 8 people in circles, social distance.
Yeah, because that was a funny joke in what, 2020? That was what, 2019? That's a 2019 joke. COVID joke. That's funny. Yeah, that's hilarious because there's no depiction or example that you could find of Joe Biden speaking in the last 3-4 years where you can see actual people not standing in circles. You fucking hog.
Still social distancing at his rallies, but he can't fill
What?
an auditorium. He can't fill a basketball arena at a high school. Not even halfway.
Not even. It's no.
Oh, what a powerful conversation this is. Just the policy being discussed in this conversation is just top notch. You almost have to have a fucking master's degree to even decipher what's being iterated in this conversation.
Comparison. We're looking forward to flipping Nevada back red again.
Let's do it. And whenever you think about President Trump versus Biden, what is it about Trump that you see such a big difference in the administrations?
He has always 100% tried to do exactly what he told us he was going to do, met with resistance the whole way. And everything Biden has said is literally a lie. It's not, there's.
Hold on. Hey, Brian, can you turn up the volume on your videos? Let me see here. Did I turn it down? I did turn it down. I'm sorry. What's that?
It's actually incorrect all the way through. So, I'm going with a guy who's doing what he said he's going to do. He's trying his hardest to do what he can do. And
Next, you bore me, buddy. You are boring.
That's all right. You're doing a great job. I have one more question for you. Let's talk about voting in November. What is the
candidate who stands for tyranny, and Joe Biden, who's weaponizing the Justice Department, trying to imprison President Trump, and of course President Trump, who's standing against that.
Is Trump in prison? Is he in prison? No. He's a free man, literally about to speak at a rally in front of a couple thousand people in a park. You can't be more free than that. You can't be more free. You're in a public area, fucking exercising free speech. You just can't be more free. That's as free as you fucking get right there. So how they feel like it's beyond me. Why wouldn't he already be in jail then? If that's what we wanted and we were so fucking powerful that we control big fucking police, big court systems, big pharma, big fucking television, big laundry, the whole fucking 9 yards. Why wouldn't he already be in jail?
For the American people. Do you see it that way? Do you think this is a very important election for our country?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Something's got to change. So, 100%. Yeah.
It does. Something has to change. I am sick of the stock market being so high. I am sick of adding 272,000 jobs pretty much every single month. I am sick of the bills that Joe Biden has put in place. I am sick of the Chips and Science Act. I am sick of the infrastructure bill that has now broke ground on several thousand fucking new jobs. I am so pissed off that Joe Biden got insulin down to $35 and made the companies cap it at that, or face fucking some problems in the back end. I am so mad that he has done more to decouple us from China than any other fucking United States president on earth. I am really bad. I'm just pissed off that we are building new plants all over the country to build these the chips that are so important to our communications and electronics today. Let's see, what else do we got? What else do we? Oh, helping veterans and people affected by burn pits. List it in the comments. You guys all know the fucking shit.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much. Tell us your name one last time for the viewers.
Kent. All right.
Thank you so much, Ken. Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to show you.
Could you find a more awkward son of a bitch to get fucking? He's just. Tell me this isn't awkwardness right here.
Kent. All right.
Thank you so much, Ken. Thank you.
All right. So I'm
fucking gross. All right, who's she got now? Who's
show you these signs over here, Paul, and to the people at home. We have some signs set out for people to read and probably buy or purchase whenever they want to.
How did you get that? Hey, did you get that new vaccine? Not yet. They're still testing it on humans. Earth has its boundaries, but human stupidity is limitless. God, that is fitting at a Trump rally. What else do we got? If the people let government decide what foods they eat and what medicines they take, their bodies will soon be in as sorry state as something. He's like a president, but for stupid people. A donkey leading a flock of sheep, says the people now being escorted through fucking cow gates into a pen of people to listen to their dear leader. That makes sense.
So it's just a bunch of signs that say things like do not follow others.
The government you elect is the government you deserve. What do you vote for? Wars, new slaves, high inflation, gas prices, crime, homelessness, higher, I'm going to say mortality rate.
Like
maybe?
sheep, a nation of sheep will regret a government of wolves.
Do not follow others like sheep, says the people following everybody else into. Again, the irony is just fucking beyond the pale on this one. What's it say on the bottom? 3 great forces rule. Can't see it.
Wake up and save America. Vietnamese for Trump 2024. Take America back. The government you elect.
Democrats don't want to impeach Trump to save America. They want to impeach Trump to stay out of prison. How does that work? Justice in America is dead. Trump or death by China. Again,
The government.
have they not heard what's going on in China? Have they not seen what's happening in China lately? I guess that's not shown on the right wing media sphere.
You deserve. A quote from Thomas Jefferson. You get what you vote for. Wars, new slaves, high inflation, gas prices, crime and homelessness, higher mortgages, food shortages.
informed citizen is the best defense against tyranny. I risked my life to escape from the communists. I understand what is going on in America now. People keep saying, I know, we know, but they do not.
You teach. So where do you teach? Are you from Nevada?
Yes, I am originally from Michigan, transplanted to Las Vegas here, and I teach at a charter school.
Great. Fucking great. Perfect. Perfect. Just what I want to see. Just what I want to see. I want to see the teacher of my kids. Yeah, Epic Times. That's a good one, Gino. I like that one. I like that one. You know what? There's actually more hot dog stands and sausage stands that I've seen than people at this rally, to tell you the truth. I think they were ready for the hogs. Las Vegas, whatever park they were at here, they were ready. They were ready and waiting for the hogs to file in for their fucking hot dogs. Let's see here. Let's see what the teacher has to say. Let's see what's going on. What is she telling her kids? What's up, Hank? How are you, buddy? How's everything? I appreciate the 800 people that are currently watching this stream. If you could hop out, hit the like button, share, subscribe, all that great stuff, I would be fucking very, very, very appreciative. I should probably put the stuff up that Mel made because she spent so much time doing it. Where the fuck is it? Right here. Yeah, there we go. Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everybody who takes part, and everybody who is an ally to the people that take part. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And again, back to these assholes. Let's see what the teacher that has kids in her classroom every single day. Let's see what she learns.
So as a teacher, I'm interested to know, what are the most important issues affecting the school system? Obviously, there's the agenda being pushed by the left with, critical race theory, the woke stuff that's poisoning the children.
Critical race theory is not taught in schools. You couldn't define woke. If I paid you a fucking $1 million, you couldn't get me a proper definition of what woke means. We saw a great example of that earlier this week when in a, I don't know if it was a school hearing, a school committee hearing, or what it was, or a GOP fucking event. But the lady was asked point blank to define woke again and again. Wasn't able to do so. So this thing that is the boogeyman to them, that is what they're like apparently fighting against, is still unable to be defined, which is always good when you're in a fight, to not know the enemy that you're fighting.
So how do we combat against that as a teacher?
Well, the number one things that I saw, I'm an English teacher, is we need to teach handwriting. Handwriting is so important.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. I'm with you so far.
You cannot read the founding documents if you do not know how to read cursive. There's a reason. There's a reason why slave owners in the South did not teach their slaves how to read and write.
Okay. All right. Little surprising so far. Brought up to slavery, but correctly stated that there was a reason that they were kept uneducated. So far, not so bad. Not so bad. Handwriting and slavery to teach about.
So we need to teach our kids how to write. We need to teach them cursive. Get them off those computers because it rots your brain. They are not good for you. It's a tool, not a substitute for a teacher, not a substitute for writing. They need to know how to have discourse. They need to know how to have conversations. They need to know how to react with logic and critical thinking and not emotions. They need to know how to read. Bring back classical literature. Bring back Nathaniel Hawthorne, Milton. Milton was a
All right. I got you. I see you. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Let's go. Yeah. I'm proud to kill America, so I don't go to fucking prison. I will take the country down with me, because I'm really scared of getting it in the ass. I don't want to shit on a toilet that is not solid gold. It's not going to be fun when Bubba drops the soap. So I hate America. America really sucks. That's kind of how it goes, right? I think that was some of the words. That was some of the words now. I really want to fuck America because it looks like my daughter. Every time she sits on my lap, I try to sniff my fucking thigh. Because I proudly fucking rape and defame everybody every chance I fucking get. I hung out with Jeffrey Epstein a lot. The best massages you can get. All right, start talking, you fucking loser. There we go. Here we go.
Here, right? You know, it's not bad. I heard it was going to be terrible. I heard it was going to be so hot. Did you see we put out a notice saying don't come? So only 20,000 people showed up.
Don't come. Oh man. No, I can't. I'm a little disappointed. This is the moment in time where I'm a little disappointed that I don't have my my Stream Deck and the sound mixer hooked up. I'm not gonna lie. But continue. We shall forge
There's
forward.
never been anything like this, but it's great to be back in the beautiful state. You know the state. We love it.
You couldn't think of
And
it.
you always have to say it correctly. Nevada. You got to call it Nevada. With thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots, and that's what you are. With your help, we're going to win Nevada. We're going to defeat your Biden-loving radical left Senator Jackie Rosen, who's terrible. By the way, she's a terrible senator. We're going to knock off the Biden crime family as a Biden family of crime, including the fact that they've weaponized the Department of Justice like has never happened in this country. We're going to end the weak and failed regime of crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of our country, and we're going to make America great again. For 3.5 years, the people of Nevada have had a front row seat to Joe Biden's evil and criminal obliteration of our southern border. It was criminal what he's done. Did you see the other day he came out with a little plan? Let's make it a little bit tougher because he's getting killed in the poll. We're leading here by like 12 points. You know that. All we have to do is stop the steal, and we have it made. Just stop the steal. We can't let that happen again. Last week, Crooked Joe signed an executive order that is pro-invasion, pro-child trafficking, pro-woman trafficking, pro-human trafficking, and
Tell me you haven't read the bill without telling me you haven't read the bill.
pro-drug dealers. It's a pro-drug dealer bill. It's weak. It's ineffective. It's bullshit what he signed. Wow.
Wow, you like swears. Wow.
That's turning out to be like a deplorable. Remember deplorable when Hillary said deplorable? She said deplorable, and that was not good. That was not a good word to use. This word seems to be catching on a little bit, but in a much more positive way than deplorable. That was not good. She actually said deplorable and irredeemable. Do you remember? And I heard it, and I said, wow, that irredeemable is really a bad word.
And I said, wow.
It didn't catch on. What caught on was deplorable. So what the hell do I know about politics, right? Millions of people will continue pouring in, and they're coming right through the border like they have never come through before. What he signed means nothing. In fact, it makes it easier. In my opinion, it opens the border still further. We have people coming into our country. We're going to end up making, and I say this and I say it all the time, November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country.
Yeah, because we got, what is it? What does he say? You got people coming in with, I think it's something about languages.
Who don't speak languages. We have languages coming into our country. We have nobody that even speaks those languages. They're truly foreign languages. Nobody speaks them. If Joe Biden truly wanted to sign an executive order to stop the invasion, right now, all he needs to do is say, I hereby immediately reinstate every single border policy of a gentleman named Donald J. Trump. You know, he does.
Everything he's saying is horseshit. Every single thing he's saying is complete and utter horseshit, not backed up by fact or reality in any way, shape, or form. Just want to get that out there. I know I haven't stopped it, but it's just because I want to try to get through as much as possible. We're already
Doesn't
over,
need
so.
anything. He could have done this. He's a little late, by the way. Number one, he's late. Number two, it's meaningless what he signed. It's just a PR ploy, as usual. It's disinformation, misinformation, talk. They talk as our country goes down the tubes. Less than 4 years ago, I handed Crooked Joe the strongest, most secure border in the history of our country. We never had a border like that. We built 571 miles of border wall. It was unbelievable. We ended all catch and release. We had the remain in Mexico safe third country. And then we had also Title 42. You remember, everything was so good. If this guy just, he goes to the beach all the time, somebody thinks he looks good in a bathing suit. I don't think so. And he has that little chair that weighs about like 7 ounces. It's meant so children can lift it and very old people can lift it. And you know what? He's not old. He's incompetent. He's not old. He's not old. I know people that are.
He's not incompetent. And the only reason you're saying this is because he's so similar in age that when you attack his age, it only means the same thing about you. You dumb son of a
88,
bitch.
89, 92. A man named Bernie Marcus, founder of Home Depot. He's Bernie Marcus is 95, I think. And he's 100. You talk to him, he's 100% sharp. This guy, there's just something missing. And there always has been, by the way. He always had the worst and dumbest foreign.
I know what's not missing. A healthcare plan and an infrastructure plan. I know that's not missing. Was missing in your administration. Coming in 2 weeks, coming in 3 weeks. It'll be here in a week. It's already finished. It'll be a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It'll be here in November, December, January, February, March, April, May. But Joe Biden, in his fucking utter incompetence, in his egregious corruption, somehow managed to get that done. So go fuck yourself, you fucking flabby, orange, ball sack looking, vagina skin having on your chin sucking motherfucker.
Policy there always has been. Under the Trump administration, if you crossed our border illegally, we caught you and back you back from where you came. It was very simple. We had the greatest. Think of it. All he had to do is leave my people in place, leave everybody in place, and he wouldn't be going through this right now. I think it's one of his many big problems. I think the Afghan situation was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country, actually. He has.
Right. You mean the day where the fucking president of the United States finally had the balls and the courage to make the decision to finally remove us from a 20-year war that we spent trillions and trillions of dollars in and lost men, women in our armed forces for basically absolutely no fucking reason. We had the tragedy that occurred because of ISIS that you say you fucking eliminated, but again, they were responsible for the attack on the Afghan withdrawal that saw the tragic killing of 13 service members. Was it a tragedy? Absolutely. Can you control every situation when you're trying to remove a fucking entire military in a situation like that? Of course not. It's not fucking possible. You cannot do it. Okay? The amount of soldiers, the amount of equipment, the amount of people that they were that they removed in the time frame that they did is fucking remarkable. Okay, it is absolutely a feat of engineering, a feat of fucking logistics, logistical planning. And again, the equipment that was left there was rendered useless. The chips were taken out of the aircraft. The planes were blown up. The fucking computers, anything that couldn't be taken back was destroyed. So when he tells you that $85 billion in equipment is left there, that's fucking absolute horseshit. That is the total number of equipment that was sent over in the entirety of the war. 14 billion of that was directly given to the Afghan military. So even if he said $14 billion was left there in equipment, no, it wasn't. because at the time we had given equipment to the Afghan military over the 20 years, and at the end of it, thinking that they were going to step up, which they did not, as we now know. So, again, fuck yourself, Donnie.
There's a lot of bad days. I could name them, but we don't have enough time. We only have a few hours. We don't have enough time. And now, by the way, it's 110, but it doesn't feel it to me, right? So we'll stay out here for a little while. If anybody gets tired, you let me know.
It's not going to be tired. I think the word you're searching for is dehydrated. I think the action that you're looking for is passing out.
And if anybody goes down, if you start going down, we have people, they'll pick you up right away.
They'll pick you up. They'll watch. Yeah, if you go down because you're dehydrated, you can just watch me take a drink. I have a ton of water up here that I'm not going to give you, but unfortunately, we have a problem with water. It doesn't go well with magnets. That's a problem, unfortunately. But you know, I got the best words. Everything's going to be fine. I don't like dating my daughter, and you know, don't worry about it. Things are going to be fine. Things are going to be fine. If you die, we got more people here.
Throw water. You know, they were so worried. Everybody was so worried yesterday about you, and they never mentioned me. I'm up here sweating like a dog.
That's very telling. Everybody was worried about them, meaning everybody but him, right? And he's so fucking goddamn selfish that he decides to bring up the fact that nobody was thinking about him. Holy shit.
Secret Service said, we have to make sure everyone's safe. I said, what about me? We never thought of that. They don't think about me. I'm working my ass off. I'm working hard. This is hard work. Front row Joe. Front row Joe.
Such a slap in the face to anybody that actually does hard work. The millions upon millions of fucking men, women, and teenagers and fucking everybody else in the country that actually does hard work and actually bust their ass and doesn't just golf every morning and speak in front of a crowd at night or during the day and then call that hard work. You don't stay up to fucking Truth Social until 3, 4 a.m. because you're doing hard work. Fucking gross.
Under Biden, the invasion is just a disaster. What's happened? It's never happened like this. In less than 4 years, Crooked Joe has imported more illegal aliens into our country than at any other time in the history of our country, times maybe 50.
Maybe. We don't know. These numbers aren't definite, folks. I'm making them up as I go, so I can roll along.
There's never been anything like this happening to our country. They're changing the fabric of our country. They're destroying our country. They're doing things that are unthinkable. This open border, so many bad things, but this open border situation where you're allowing millions and millions of people to flood our country, we can't handle it. No country could handle it. It's not sustainable. The entire world is emptying their prisons and jails, insane asylums and mental institutions. They're emptying them out into...
Again, can I get an example of this, please? Can I please get a single example of this happening? It makes absolutely no sense how anybody could hear this and be like, yeah, that sounds like something that's happening. I'll never know. Like, how would that even, logistically, how would you do that? How? Just out of this world.
To your state, but they're emptying out into all 50 states. They're
all 50 states. Yep. Ooh, North Dakota really got an immigration problem. You should see Minnesota. Oh boy, baby. Oh, Michigan. Yep, Maine. Ton of them up in Maine. You see it all the time. Maine's actually pretty much a border state at this point. It is just, we might as well call it Spain. It's not Maine. We're gonna call it Spain. There's so many Spanish people. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible.
coming in, and there's no such thing as a border state anymore. That border is so meaningless. They just walk right through. They go right through.
The wall that you built? Hello? The wall that he built. You know what I mean? Because walls are the best.
They say a wall is medieval. Well, so is a wheel. A wheel is older than a wall.
That's what they say. You know what I mean? So I don't understand how it's possible that the wall you built that you tout so much isn't effective. It's just, it's made things worse somehow. in retrospect, I don't. Hello, McFly. I don't know.
The so-called border states, and they end up in Iowa. They end up in Idaho. Remember when Joe said it's great to be in Idaho, and he was in Iowa? He always does that. If I ever did that, it would be over. They'd say that's the end of his political career. He's cognitively impaired.
It's a good time to fuck up speaking. It's really a good time to fuck up speaking when you're trying to talk about your cognitive
Or
abilities.
they'd say that's the end of his political career. He's cognitively impaired. No.
Perfect timing on that one, Donnie. Perfect. Fucking nailed
You know,
that
I had
one.
a second test.
He does. You know what I mean? The problem is somebody that has the best words.
I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
Right. It's sometimes it's hard to pull them out. Sometimes you end up saying shit like this.
Swami Vive Kamunan Suchin Tendolkar to Virat Kohli.
Well,
Our
things like
army
this.
manned the air. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
Sometimes the best words just come out a little jumbled.
I aced it. I aced both of them. Not easy to ace. Biden should have a cognitive test, number one. They say it's unconstitutional. That's a good excuse. He should have a cognitive test, and before the debate in 2 weeks, he should take a drug test, because I'm willing to take one.
Doc Ronnie. Is Doc Ronnie going to help you with that? I know it's not going to be his piss, but I'm sure he knows somebody with a Wizinator.
So Nevada's being turned into a dumping ground, and you are. The whole country is being turned into an absolute dumping ground for what?
It is. It's like North Korea in those fucking poopy balloons they've been sending to South Korea. That's exactly what it's like. Biden is just sending up poop balloons full of manure and trash, and he is just sending it to all 50 states, buddy. He is just letting everybody have it. These poop balloons are filled with fucking migrants from all over the place. Some of them even have mental institution patients. I believe Hannibal Lecter is in one of these poopy balloons. So keep your head up. Eyes up to the sky, people. Head on a swivel. Just be aware.
What's happening in Venezuela? Here's a statistic that's a terrible statistic. So countries are...
This fucking guy. Yeah, he never fails. He says the same shit.
In Venezuela, did you just see Maduro? Venezuela, it's unbelievable.
At least he actually got it out this time. But what's he going to say? He's going to talk about how maybe the murder rate has dropped, or that that they've shipped all the prisoners here, even though their prison population in these South American countries has absolutely fucking exploded. What's up, Jorge? How are you, my friend? Appreciate you, my dude.
Are dumping all of their criminals into our country, right? And also some people that are not criminals but are not productive. They're not going to be productive.
Right. They're not bad people. They just maybe are disabled. So we can't possibly have them in our country. You don't want them disabled people around, right? I mean, goddamn. Fucking those people are useless. You gotta push them around everywhere unless they got one of them electrical fucking carts, which always breaks down. I mean, damn. Gotta get him his cane all the time. You gotta help him up the stairs. I mean, it's just really a big burden on the citizens of this country to have disabled people. I mean, what a fucking disgusting human being. You know what I say to that? I got something for that.
Fuck you, you fucking dick.
That's what I say to that. Donald Trump. Thank you, sir.
They're not exactly going to make America great again. And they're coming in here in huge waves in the caravans. The name I think I came up with a lot of good names, like Crooked Joe.
A lot of good names. I got a lot of good names.
It used to be Crooked Hillary. I took it off. Now we call her Beautiful Hillary, because we don't care anymore about that. We call it, because what was better, Crooked Joe or Sleepy Joe? Okay, let's have a poll. I'll change it. He's both. He's crooked. Okay, wait, we'll do a poll. We'll go Sleepy first, and then we'll go Crooked. Which is a better name for Joe Biden? Sleepy Joe or Crooked Joe?
And if you're just tuning in now, we are mid policy discussion at the Trump rally live in Las Vegas. He is currently going over some of his most important, some of the most fundamental policies that he plans to implement if he does get into the White House. Let's continue with these policies.
So in Venezuela, they took all.
He can't say Venezuela. He just fucking cannot get it out correctly.
So in Venezuela, they took all.
Venezuela. They must make a ton of vans there. Is that where they make all the vans in Venezuela? I think that's what it is. They might have. I think that's what's going on. It's tough though. It's tough.
In Venezuela, did you just see Maduro? Venezuela, it's unbelievable.
I know words. I have the best words. I'm very highly educated.
He is very highly educated. I don't know where the education went, but he says he's highly educated.
Their criminals, a very heavily crime-ridden country. They took all of their criminals and they dumped them into a place called the United States of America. They're down to about 40%.
Again, we have zero, a goose egg, a fucking huge zero examples of this ever happening. Yet he continues to say it in every speech, and it's not called out by the mainstream media. But right here, you're watching Blunt Politics with Boston Brian. The sun has finally come out in sunny southern Boston, Massachusetts. If you could hit the like, share, and subscribe, that would be fucking fantastic. Thank you to the 830 people that are currently watching the stream. But again, just nonsensical, rambling, nonsense, bullshit, fucking, I don't know. The whole
left, and they're all coming. I can't believe it took them so long. If I were the heads of one of the many, and this is happening all over the world, if I were the heads of one of the countries, I would have been totally 100% by now. Their crime rate,
This is why he says this. You understand this, right? This is why he says this whole thing, because he, like he just said, if he was president of any one of these South American countries that had a huge crime rate, murder rate, or prison population, he would 100% try to ship them to the United States. He would get rid of them, which is exactly why he thinks that's what's going on now, because he is such a fucking dirty scumbag that that's what he'd do. So it's what everybody must do, correct?
just announced is down 72%. So their crime. So next year, what we'll do is we'll meet in Venezuela because it's going to be a lot safer. Unless one thing happens, unless you make me president, in which case we'll be very sorry. So last year, it's terrible. You know, this is as far as look at all the fake news back there. Look at all the fake news. They are fake. They are fake. Did you see Biden yesterday in Normandy, and he was in France? He embarrassed us so badly, right? Does everyone know that?
No, he didn't. In case you didn't fucking watch, in case you're just listening to this for the first time, no, he didn't.
He embarrassed us so badly. It was terrible. It's just terrible. This is not a representative for what used to be the greatest country. This country is really, we are a nation in major decline, and we're going to stop it immediately. Last year, a father from Pasadena, Texas, came home from work to find that his 11-year-old daughter was strangled to death. She had.
What is with these fucking overly descriptive, like, death stories that he loves to put in here? That's how desperate he is to scare people in this country.
Been sexually assaulted, and her body had been stuffed into a trash bag, thrown in a hamper. He came home to find this.
Like, get the fuck out of here with this story. What the fuck are you? This is a fucking presidential fucking campaign speech.
Put under the bed, found his daughter. They were looking for his daughter. Everyone was looking. She was dead under a bed, cut up. Charged with the murder was an illegal alien mind monster who had just infiltrated our border, released by crooked Joe Biden?
Yep. Joe walked him across the border himself, actually. Joe went down to meet him. Him and the Border Patrol went down, met this fella, walked him across the border, sent him into Texas with obviously the mission of doing harm to this little girl. I mean, how much you want to bet? How much do you want to bet it has something to do with the signing that Donald Trump had right before he left office that secured or stopped the deportation of, I think it was a couple 100,000 Venezuelan migrants. I could be wrong on that number. Fact check me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was something around 230,000 Venezuelan migrants.
Came in through the Biden administration. You know, it was very hard to get in through the Trump administration. I mean, you're never going to have it perfect, but we had it about as close as you're going to get. We had the best border in the history of our country. We had the least drugs coming in over 34 years. And now,
Again, if you're going to sit here and tout the numbers from COVID, when everybody was locked up, nobody was moving, nobody was trying to cross the border in the numbers that they do when everything is back to normal. Nobody did what the shipment of drugs was held down low, but we can't stay in Title 42, which is a health fucking policy, basically, that the Biden administration actually fought to keep in place. But it makes absolutely no sense that he can say this and nobody pushes back.
the drugs are pouring into our country. But
No, what you mean to say is the drugs are being caught at record numbers at the border, I think is what you meant to say, before they enter this country and cause harm to people. You can look that up. There's numbers to back that up if you really want to know, because they've seized, I believe, a record amount of drugs. Well, a lot more than they did under your administration.
they let this monster loose to prey on innocent children. He'll probably have a lawyer. He'll get out. Other people don't get out. They indict guys like Trump for what? The election was rigged. The election was a rigged election. Oh, let's indict him for saying that. Whereas you got guys like this, you got guys that kill people, and they're fine. They're just fine. Now, we're screwed up as a country, and we're going to unscrew it very quickly. It's going to take place very quickly. And then you had the horrific case of Laken Riley. I got to know the parents well, the family well. The young nursing student, top of her class. She was from Georgia, and she was savagely beaten, horribly beaten, killed. Met the family. They couldn't pronounce her name. He talked about killer for calling him illegal. He called him an illegal. To the family of Laken Riley. This is where we are.
I'm not even gonna indulge. I'm not even gonna attempt to get into the fucking descriptive murder scene stories that this fucking guy's gonna try to tell to scare the shit out of the American public.
Under the Trump administration, we will not be apologizing for all of these people that are coming in illegally, because there won't be many people that come in illegally anymore. They'll come in, but they'll come in legally. You'll be able to hire them, and you'll be able to work with them. But we want people to come into our country. They have to come in legally, okay?
Is that a trolley? Hi, trolley. Everybody say hi to the trolley. Aw, that's good. I like when you guys come in. It really is. It's probably informative to you. I mean, you know, you can't even bring yourself to type the word that you want to say, because you don't really want to be kicked out of the chat. But I mean, it's very nice of you to comment. I appreciate you being here. Maybe you'll learn something. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a flag. It's just a flag that represents people that want to be, you know, recognized and have a life, just like everybody else. I know, crazy thought, unbelievably crazy thought, but that's what it represents. And again, it's tough to say anything about pedophiles when Donald Trump was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend for 20 years. So come at me again with the PDF, my friend.
So with his border.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Nancy. Mom, 87, just died. RIP. She remembers 6/6. Her 20-year-old uncle died. I asked her where he was buried. She said his body was blown up. He's buried over there. They did not get dog tags. They did get dog tags. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, I'm very sorry for your loss, Nancy. Very, very sorry for your loss. I send my condolences and my best wishes to you and your family. Thank you to your uncle who risked everything and gave everything for our country. If there's anything you need, feel free to reach out on the email bostonbrianmtn at gmail, bostonbrian.com, wherever the Patreon DMs, Twitter DMs, and wherever you feel like reaching me. If there's anything you need, if you want to chat, I'll be absolutely more than happy to be there for you, Nancy. So sorry about that.
Nightmare. Joe Biden is also waging an all-out war on the workers of America, especially African Americans and Hispanic Americans and
There you
African
go.
Americans.
Yep. That was a good one. That was a good
Is
one.
also waging an all-out war on the workers of America, especially African Americans and Hispanic
Hispanic and Americans. You gotta love the Hispanic and Americans. Beautiful people, those Hispanic and Americans.
Americans and African Americans are the ones suffering most with this incredible illegal alien group that's coming in and staying at our luxury hotels. And
No, they're not.
no, they're being put up in hotels. Some of them are luxury hotels.
Listen. If you think right now that there are migrants just rolling around in a fucking 5-star luxury hotel in a California king size bed, ordering room service, watching fucking pay-per-view on the TV all day, I have a bunch of fucking bridges to sell you and a couple NFTs and some gold sneakers. Because you are just losing your fucking mind. And he's probably going to say the whole school things next, which is a bullshit story about New York, where for one night, because it was a fucking hurricane, for Christ's sakes, they allowed these people to stay inside the school. And for one fucking day, before the class, before the night was even over, they had already kicked the people out. So give me a fucking break. And the story he tells about, oh, they're punching cops in New York City. Watch the full video. Watch the full video, my friend. I advise you to watch that full fucking video if you have any opinions on that. Because every single one of those people were walking away from the cops before the cops decided to drag out and fucking and assault the last guy in line that was actually had a baby stroller. And the whole thing started then. So fucking facts are facts, my friend.
And by the way, just in case you're wondering, I got no teleprompters, and I haven't from the beginning. These people.
Here we go again on his own production team.
That probably means we'll make a better speech. No, I got no teleprompter. You know, I pay all this money to teleprompter people, and I'd say 20% of the time they don't work. They don't work. The thing's waving around. They can't tie it a little bit tighter. I'm trying to look at. So we're all in this together, everybody. We're all in this together.
That's
just
what that
a
means.
mess.
That's what that means. My teleprompter's aren't working, so that means we're all in this together.
I had one in Ohio where we had 45-mile-an-hour winds. You were there.
Why do they have hold on. Why do they have everybody in like a fucking straight line? Like what do we think here? What do we think? 1,000, 2,000 people? Maybe 2,000? Give me your best guesses in the chat. I'm assuming this is got to be most, if not all, of the crowd, just by the way that they're packed in together. You can see the line over here. Nobody's standing over here. Looks like another line over here before the bleachers over here. I don't know. Don't look like that many fucking people to me, my friend. I mean, you're fucking stretching it if you think that's maybe I'll give you 2K. I'll give you 2K. I'll give it to you. I give it to you. I think it's less. I'm pretty sure it's less. Let me take heat. Let me. Who's taking heat? Why is he taking? Who's taking heat? I don't give heat. Well, I do give heat, but shouldn't be to you. I don't know. Let me know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway. Yeah, 2K is not much. Wait, what? Somebody say 14K max? There is just fucking absolutely no shot in hell that is anywhere near 20,000 people. Not even a fucking little bit. Might be a billion. Might be a billion. I think that's about a billion people. Should we catch up live or should we?
In Ohio, where it was we had 45-mile-an-hour winds. You were there. This is a front row Joe. He's at everyone. This guy, wouldn't it be incredible? He's gone to 250 if he voted for Biden. He's going to vote for Biden. I don't think so. I think it would be suicide before Biden, right? And then we have the wall.
Yeah,
Like we
that's good. That's good. That's always good to bring up and joke about at a presidential campaign speech is suicide. It's just, you know, everybody does it. I mean, who doesn't joke about suicide at a presidential rally, right?
call him the human wall. He's been here so much. And these are great Americans, you know. They're great Americans. But we had one in Ohio where that teleprompter was like the sail on a sailing boat. We had 50-mile-an-hour winds, almost 50. And Bernie Moreno, I had to go up and do it for Bernie. And before I started my speech, as I was walking off, as I'm coming down the runway, walking off the runway onto the stage.
The runway?
The teleprompters got blown to pieces. We had 60,000 people. And I was
60,000 people. I covered that. Holy shit. I covered that event. We were here live watching that event with me. The fact that he could even utter the words 60,000 people at that rally is fucking hilarious. He's talking about the one he did basically on the tarmac at the airport where it was fucking extremely windy. No shot in hell there was anywhere near 60,000 people there. That is just a fucking unbelievable exaggeration. Like beyond exaggeration. Oh my God, what's that thing on your neck? That's fucking gross. Look at his fucking neck. Almost looks like a
vagina.
Donald Trump, why do you have a
vagina
on your neck? Makes absolutely no sense to me. That's not where they go at all.
standing up there all by myself. And I said, we got a problem. I got no teleprompter. I got no notes. And we had one of the greatest days, don't you think? You think Biden could do that? I don't think so. And by the way, and Bernie won his primary, and he won it convincingly. So we obviously did a good job, but it was good. And now I think he's going to beat a man named Brown, a senator named Brown. You have a good man
Can't
named
say that.
Brown
You
right
can't
here,
say
you
that
know?
while Trump's
Very good.
speaking.
They have a man that's not so good. They have a man that's not so good. And I think
Adam, you should know better. You should know better because he's
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
Bernie Moreno in Ohio is going to win, but it's the same thing. So these things are virtually useless. But I'll refer to them every once in a while for those. It is crazy. The illegal immigrants are turning, and they're turning at a level that nobody's ever seen before. They're fighting our families.
Oh, hold
They're
on.
Totally destroying.
We have an update. We have an update from our friend Hal, received a minute ago. He says, I'm at the rally. They are piling out. Can you see it? I'm at the rally. They are piling out. Straight from the horse's mouth. Somebody at the rally. Let's see here. Anyway, you can hop on or no. That would be great if we could get a live report of people leaving from Hal Sparks on fucking location. How awesome would that be? I just texted him back. Anyway, he could hop on or no. I'm sure. Oh, Hal was in the chat? I missed Hal in the chat? How the fuck did that happen? You guys didn't fucking let me know? Nobody put his messages up? Jeez. Mods, that's you're getting less. Nobody's getting paid today. That's it. Nobody's getting paid. You're all fired. You're fired. Oh, geez, I got a million fucking comments. Hold on. My mom said, my sister said, are you live? Hope you have a good show. Thank you. Appreciate you. I love you, Kay. My aunt says, hello. Hal. Carl. wanted to say hello. Andrea wants to say hello. I love that, you guys. This is great. Just a big fucking family. But yeah, I'll let you know what he says. I don't know if that's even possible. I know he said he was bringing some equipment with him, but I wasn't sure. But he's in the chat now? Am I missing something? I don't know what's going on. But that would be fucking fantastic. I'm dying to see people fucking filing out of this place by somebody that's actually, not saying it to just to say it, but showing what's actually fucking going on. That would be great. But if anybody sees a message from Hal, if anybody sees him in here again, please let me know. That would be great. Let's continue.
Our black population, they're totally destroying our Hispanic population. And you know what else they're destroying? And for you, it means a little bit less, but it means quite a bit in this state. They're killing unions. They're killing unions because the unions are not able to survive.
Right, which is exactly why all the unions are voting for Joe Biden. That's because it makes sense somehow that Donald Trump could say that, even though he had to pay, I believe it was $25,000 to have a fake union rally, to have fake union members hold fake union signs to make it look like the unions, the auto workers union, were backing this guy, which they are not.
Survive. They're not able to survive this onslaught. It's making them impossible. They worked hard. They've worked long to get their salaries up a little bit. They're not able to do it. Virtually 100% of the new jobs under Biden have also gone to illegal aliens. Did you know that? 100%.
What? All right. Let's work with him for a second here. How is that possible? How could that be possible? Not one American citizen got a job, is what he's trying to say right now. How can you possibly state that? How is that something that could come out of your mouth at a presidential campaign speech? I'm dumbfounded that fucking anybody can say that.
Have also gone to illegal aliens. Did you know that? 100%. And you know, these people are so bad. They will correct me when I say 100%. 100% of the new jobs have gone to illegal aliens. Can you believe it? And that's where we are. Meanwhile, real wages of African Americans and the workers from all over the world that came here legally, they're down 6% under Crooked Joe. And, you know, I had an idea because it's not as bad as I thought. I thought I'd be wilting up here. The only thing.
Oh, my God. Don't pull out the snake. Is it the snake? Don't be the snake. It's the snake. It's the snake. It's going to be the snake. It's definitely going to be the snake, huh? It's the snake.
That pisses me off for the teleprompters. It's so much easier. The only one that can't read a teleprompter is Joe Biden. It doesn't help him.
I don't have a staff chat. I have a private chat, I guess. Is that what we call the staff chat? But there's no messages in there. The only message in there right now is mine saying I'm here. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? If this is the snake, I'm fast forwarding it. That's just.
But I thought what I'd do is I'd read, if you want. Should I do it? Should I do it? Because it's about the border. You know.
No, not doing it.
20. Very, very big. Many times the size of a tank that carries lots of gallons of diesel.
Sorry, I am not. Absolutely not hearing the snake anymore. It's not happening. It's fucking ridiculous. It's disgusting that he has even the implications to put it towards immigrants coming into this country to find a better life. So he can go fuck himself with the snake.
You have to stop 6 times and you have to get charges. There are no charges. The whole thing is, it's the kind of thing that if your 5-year-old grandson were sitting up here and you gave him a quiz, he would say, don't bother with the electric. There's another thing. The truck is so heavy because batteries are very heavy. The truck weighs more than twice as much as a gasoline truck. So what happens, a diesel. So what happens is,
all right,
they
hold
have to
on.
fix every bridge all over the United States to handle the weight. Every bridge.
We're in business, folks. We're in business. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to mail it to myself. I'm going to do it to this. Hang with me. Bear with me for a moment, folks and ladies and gentlemen. Please do. Come on. Today, Junior. Today. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to compose one. I'm going to compose. Compose. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm going to email myself because this is how I have to do this. Link. Put this in here. Paste. Send. Now I have to go to my phone. Go to my phone. There it is. And now I got to do this. Bear with me because this is the only way I know how to do it. I apologize, folks, for the delay, but I think it'll work out in the end. I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy link. I'm going to do this, and hopefully this works. I sent it, and then I'm going to look on here, I think, for him to come up. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a little bit of this. I'm going to do a little bit of, this one. Okay. All right. All right. Link is sent. I am going to open this. Open this. Feels like 107, 59 humidity. Oh, yeah, it's business time. I'm so high. I sent them a link. Hopefully it works. We'll see if it does. Knowing my setup and equipment. Who knows? But Hal Sparks Live, he did send me a video. I might be able to save that and play that too if for some reason. Oh, here we go. I'm going to do this.
You know, every drug dealer.
What's happening?
What's going on, brother? Hold on. Let me pop you in. I'm going to do this.
Uh-huh.
How do I share this or not? How is it? How is it there?
You probably can't do it both at the same time. You can only do me and him or whatever first. Yeah, yeah. There I am.
There
Hi.
you are. There you are.
Well,
What's up, brother? Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Sparks.
What's happening? I'm right behind the media thing, about 30 feet behind him. You'll see it's absolutely standing room only.
Yeah. He said 20,000, Hal.
Sitting. Right. He's blathering about the breeze right now, but everybody's, well, here, you can see them. They're just.
Have you been recognized at all?
Yes, by one person who was surprised I was there. I think they were here undercover as well, you know, but,
Right,
but
yeah.
I've been kind of moving pretty quick. I got some video of me going through the crowd a little bit. I got probably all the way up to the front row Joe's. It took me about 8 minutes to get inside the venue once I got to the tip of the line. It is completely empty behind the press stand. It is just barren.
No,
And
yeah,
it
no,
has
it doesn't look too crowded at all.
Whole time. It's been this way the whole time.
And it looks like they have them packed into a very tight, specifically shaped place to make it look like a lot of people.
That's exactly right. And look for a lot of wide-angle lenses. But they also, there's a lot of people. I actually got water for people there because you had people like near passing out. Hilarious.
Oh, Louis, thank you so much for the $100 super chat for Hal Sparks being at the rally. Look at
that's
that,
awesome.
brother. These people are amazing, Hal, and a lot of them are coming from your family and your chat. And again, I just like to thank you for the opportunities that you've given me, and I like to thank you for putting yourself out here like this. How long have you been there?
I've been here since probably like 11:40. I got here, like they told you, get it here at 5 a.m., start lining up. 9 a.m. you can start going inside. And this is, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
There's more food trucks than people, it seems like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The line for the snow cone is bigger than the line to get in here right now.
Well, how long are you going to hang out? Are you listening to what he's saying, or are you just kind of looking at the atmosphere?
Yeah, no, I'm going to leave in a couple of minutes because there's no point. I've heard all this, and it's terrible anyways. And I've already seen him do the snake up close, which is just obnoxious as hell. But by the way, look at how
It's sparse, I think is the word.
Yes, sparse indeed. It's nuts. How like there's this occasional squatter over here. There's the line for the snow cone machine or truck. There's even the people are like, porta potty, I'll just drive home. They're just bailing. Nobody wants to go in the porta potties because it's like a sauna.
Well, they've been handing out those piss cups too, the ones where you can just kind of piss in place at his rallies.
Oh, yeah. Here's another example. Like here's a lady in a wheelchair. You see her? You can't tell if you see her behind me. Yeah.
How hot is it? Is it as hot as people thought it was going to be, or is it not
no,
bad?
it's about 98 or something. But I would like look at the exit. Look at he's still talking, but he hasn't. This is nowhere near. This is nowhere near as long as he normally talks. But look at this.
No, yeah, right. I mean, it seems to be a pattern repeated at a lot of his rallies where people come to see him for a second, kind of see him on stage for a minute, listen to a couple things he says, and then they're out. You know what I mean?
Well, there were 2 ads on Craigslist for. Thank you guys. Take care. Secret Service are here, and God bless them for the hard work that they do. I had to leave my. Excuse me, real quick. I had to leave my selfie stick outside, so I hid it behind a trash barrel because I knew it would go unused. Also, look at this shit.
So they're not allowing any of that stuff in. So you can't have weapons in there. It's strange that the Second Amendment crew, the
it's a
GOP
gun-free
loving
zone. I don't know what the
Second
fuck
Amendment,
that's about.
it's weird. That's weird.
Also, this is Love of America. You see right here.
You know what? I was honestly just looking at that, a story about the trash that they leave behind. There was a story about in New Jersey, about what the New Jersey beach looked like after they left, and it was fucking horrendous. You know what I mean?
Right. Cheers. Thank you.
It's just no care
Stay cool, man.
whatsoever, which goes right along with their policies for this country too. But I appreciate you hopping on, dude. Don't worry about
one
it.
of the misting machines that has run out of water. So they have these misting fans that they use here in Vegas that are these that go back and forth. They're just big fans, but you fill them with water and they mist water onto you. And they ran out of water like right at noon.
What? No cases
they're
of Trump
all
water
just-
lying around?
Yeah, they're just blowing hot water. There's a bunch of bottled water. That's the other thing too. So they have free bottled water for people, but you can only take 2, and that means you can only get like 1 for yourself and 1 for somebody who's overheating in the area. I went to get some to like bring 4 or 5 bottles of water to like old people who are sitting in the chairs, and they won't let you. Because I don't know.
So if you got a group of 4 people that might need some water, you're SOL, or everybody has to go up and get their own.
Or you go get it for somebody else. You have to make multiple trips through the packed crowd that they shove in the front.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's just they have the total disregard for their fans, the total lack of respect they have for the people that actually do support them is, and it's funny that the people don't notice it themselves, the contempt they have for their own fans.
Oh yeah. And he just, I'm sure you saw the part where he's just shitting on the guys who run the teleprompters because it's not going. But like, again, the other thing too is I got here a little bit later because I wasn't, I really honestly wasn't thinking I would get in at all. I have a ticket for the thing, but I did not expect to actually make it in because I figured they'd line up at 5 a.m. They'd all get inside there. And that's how they would, how the hell am I going to get,
It looked like about 8 a.m. is when people started arriving. I was watching RSBN early, and everybody was lined up in front of those coolers, the misters that you were talking about, and they were just starting to really starting to pack, not pack in, but just, sparsely walk by the camera at about 8:30 this morning, your time.
Yeah, so a long way from that 5 a.m. stuff that he was talking about. Meanwhile, they shove everybody in the front. They kind of like move you past the food truck line behind where the media tent is. You'll notice he is not saying, "Turn those cameras around and point at the crowd."
Right.
He's not saying that at all because even he can see from where he is. I mean, swear to God, I was a good 18 feet from him.
He has the best angle on the planet to see how many people are at his rally. He has the best angle to see who's leaving, who's there, how many stayed.
But he can't count. He uses Trump math, so I don't know how it's like there's like a bajillion people here, because how much is
that's
a
what the
bajillion?
chat was saying.
Anything over 2, right?
I think it was, from what they were showing, my number was roughly 2,000. I think a little less than 2,000 from what they were showing in there.
Yeah, I would give it like at max probably 3, and that was people in the line, and then and it looked like crowd filler split. So they put 2 ads on Craigslist around here for rally goers and people to show up, and you'd get a bonus and who knows if this is real or fake or whatever, but they allegedly you get a bonus if you get interviewed. So they're all standing in line or whatever to talk to Newsmax, and then they leave. So even, and then they get paid for it, and then they have to go inside, take a selfie, prove they were in there, and then as soon as they do that, they're gone.
Right.
It's
Which is, it
hilarious.
seems to be typical because, like you said, I mean, even at the New Jersey rally, Walter Masterson had a video of the people just filing out of there while Trump was still talking. You could see him on the prompt. You could see him on the screen still.
Yeah.
You could hear him on the background, so he was definitely still speaking.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was
Which
the
is
amazing
crazy.
part.
I fast forwarded the snake. I can't do the snake anymore.
Oh, God,
I can't do
so
it anymore.
brutal.
It's
And
just
he,
so
you know why he
it's
did
so
that? Because
derogatory towards
he can't
immigrants
remember what he's
too.
going to talk about. Yeah, he's forgotten all of his talking points, so he's just doing the cliff notes, and then he gets on a tear, and now he's just going to ramble till everybody gets heat stroke. He's an idiot. This is so fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, he said,
got-
if anybody goes down, don't worry. I'll pull a case of water out of my stand here, and I'll drink it myself. You can find your own.
Right, yeah, I'll be fine. He even started bitching at the beginning. He was like, he's like, nobody worries about me, the Secret Service. They're like, if anybody gets hot, we'll worry about me. He goes, I'm sweating like a pig up here. He was up there
I
for like
said that.
4 minutes.
It's very telling too of when he said it, because he said everybody was worried about you people, which means in theory, everybody
God.
was but me. I was not worried
Yes.
about you guys.
Yes,
I
right.
was more
I'm not
worried
worried.
about the fact that the Secret Service wasn't worried about me.
Yes.
So I mean,
His
that's
campaign
hugely
people
telling as
were
well.
worried about his people dying there. And dude, they were wheeling people out of here. When I arrived, as I was finding a parking space, which was not hard, I parked. Well, I'm walking to it. I parked in the parking lot for the park.
Right. You don't even have to park in an
No,
adjacent
there's
parking
no
lot.
overflow. It's not like a concert where you're walking 6 blocks. Jesus, you go to a UNLV game, the college here, and you're late at all, dude. You'll park like at the fucking, at one of the casinos and walk a mile to get a parking spot.
Right.
And
And
they have
I
a
was
huge
showing
parking lot.
the anti Viktor Orban rally in Budapest and what an actual huge crowd size looks like.
Oh
You know what
my
I mean?
God,
Compared to
yeah.
what Trump has.
Talk about a
You know what I
movement.
mean?
Hey, but
And-
I will say that as I go towards the parking lot where my car, I hope still is, there is.
it's on fucking cinder blocks right now.
Yeah, right. Well, I got a Freemason sticker on the back of my car, so God knows what they'll react to. But we're passing the Front Row Joe's Winnebago is here. I'll show you guys what that looks like. But honestly,
Let's go. You didn't see Forgiato blow, did you?
no, but I heard a woman playing his song on a speaker as she scootered around the park, yelling about vaccines. I'm not kidding. I have video. I'll post it later. She was hilarious.
I actually tweeted out earlier when I was watching earlier on RSBN. There was already a report. They were already talking about somebody that had gone down from the heat. This was way early.
Right. So nuts. So I'm
I
gonna.
bet this Winnebago is going to be nice because they must have some money. These Front Row Joes to travel the country like they do.
Sweet. Look at this.
Oh, it's not even as nice as I thought.
No, I mean this is one of the merch ones. The guy's got like 8 fans in there. Again, this is not. These are again. I wouldn't even argue that these are the biggest fans of his. It's almost as if they're just barnacling, right? They're just
Like they like the atmosphere. They like the other people that are like-minded.
Well, they're
they like
selling
coming
shit to the suckers, right? They're
right.
that's the thing. Like they know, and
Yeah,
dude,
well,
there are-
everybody there's got a grift in some way. Like you said,
Yeah.
Forgiato blowing his music or shit, and fucking anybody else that,
Oh my
that supports
God.
Donald Trump has some sort of side grift that they have going on that depends on Donald Trump staying in power.
so funny. It's just so.
Well, I appreciate
glorious.
you fucking. I appreciate
Yeah.
you doing this on the scene reporting, my dude. I can't wait to
Yes,
see.
Absolutely.
Did you get to
I'm very
record
happy to be
anything
your,
before that
your
you can
Philip
post?
Bittner in the. Huh?
Did you get
Say
any
again?
like video that you can post, or did they make you turn the? They
Yes.
didn't let the
So
selfie stick
I
in.
recorded with my 360 camera, so it'll. Yeah, I recorded with my 360 camera, and that'll take some processing. But I will say that I guess one of the standout parts of it was there was a guy taking signatures. I got a lot of video of this dude, and I don't know how much I can use because it's not like I got a waiver from him because he just he was taking signatures on VD, and dude believes that sun revolves around Earth. He thinks every gay person is a pedophile. Like Trump is, helping get rid of the cabal. And Epstein got close to Trump because he's a Jew, and they all need to be converted to Catholicism. Like, it was just like every nutso QAnon bullshit talking point you can think of. He had on call, and then every other answer, if you pushed him on it, was, "Well, I haven't really looked into it." I'm like, wait a minute, you just made all those accusations against your fellow humans, and you're like, I really haven't looked into it. Like, he started attacking Ukraine, and I was like,
Well, that was the headline on the Epoch Times. You know what I mean? I think we lost him. That's all right. I do appreciate you, Hal, for popping on while you could. I think the service was kind of getting a little iffy as you were walking there, but I do appreciate you popping on. I feel bad. I'll give him a second, see if it comes back. Give him a second, see if it comes back. Slacks. Yes, I will give you a shout out. Yeah, I think he got a little disconnected on that one. But Hal, thank you so much. I know you're walking to your car. I'll let you continue your day. Thank you so much for the reporting. Let's see. Sorry, Slacks. It literally just got cut off as I saw you. Oh, he's back. They will need to connect their mic before you can add them to the stream. All right, let's see if that works. Oop, add to the stage. He's back. Sorry about that. I think the service as you were leaving the park was getting progressively worse.
5G. I don't know if you can
That's all right.
see me now.
I had it this morning.
Inside this,
Before I lose you, Robert
semi-safe
Brunswick Jr.
area.
wants me to give a shout out. He says hello and thank you for your services.
Well, either way, I don't know if you can see me, but thanks so much, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll talk to you later. All right.
Thank you, Hal. I appreciate you. I can see you, and I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Later, brother. He's the best. He is just the best for doing that. Thank you for popping on. Like you said, my very own Philip Ittner, live from, honestly, I'd rather be in Ukraine, to tell you the truth, than a fucking Trump rally. But I'm way over. There's no way I'm going to be able to just hop back into that rally. If I do, I'll never stop. Thank you so much. What I have to do here is go over our beautiful supporters who have contributed to the channel. So starting from the beginning, Jeff, thank you much for the $5 super sticker. Joanna, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Fucking Peter with that $100 super sticker. I do appreciate you, brother. Huge, huge, huge. Rosanna, thank you for the $20 super sticker. Raymond again. Slacks coming in with the $10. Mish with the $10. Kathy, Tobias gifting all over the place. Thank you, Tobias. I appreciate you, brother. Ricky with the $20 super sticker. We got Russ, Linda, and Russ and Linda becoming new members. Shanzi with the $2 super sticker. Jerry with the $20 super chat saying hello. Hello, Gary. How are you? Linda Lou again with the $5 gifted subs. Betty with the $2 super chat. Hi, Betty. How are you? Go vote blue. Betsy Millback with the 20, Debunker with the $10 gifted subs, JD with the 10, Wes with the $11.10 is just the fucking best one I've ever seen. Rita with the $2, Betty again for $20, Sheldon for $10, Colleen coming in strong with $20, Jess with the $20, Benny Loco with the 5, JD 2, Colleen with the 5, Josh with the 5, Slacks again with 2, Sally gifting fucking 5 memberships like an angel, Midday for the $2, Deanne, $5 super chat, $2 from Deanne again, $10 from Sally, Loretta with the $10, 2 $50 super chats from Peter right in a row. So again, can everybody just please show some love to Peter? I know you do, not saying you don't, but please let's continue to do it. Thank you so much. Colleen with the $50. Calling your bluff, Peter. Totally kidding. I'm out for a while. Listening only. Love you all. Colleen says, thank you so much for listening, Colleen. Your viewership is very much appreciated and loved and respected in this community. Tiff A, Ricky. Tiff A became a new member. Ricky gifted 5 subs. Colleen came in with another 20, saying, I know I said I was going to be quiet, but seriously, she's fucking killing me today. Louie with the $100 while I was talking to Hal Sparks at the rally. Louie, thank you so much. I fucking appreciate you so much. That is just unbelievable. Lisa, $4. Christine, $5. Berkeley's in the house. Let's go, Burke. I didn't even see you in the chat. My bad, man. I didn't mean to miss you. I apologize. Cover Me is a new member. Thank you, Cover Me, for becoming a new member. Gene Churchill with the $5. Robin saying love the D-Day at the beginning. Thank you, Robin, for the $20. I do appreciate it. Mark, one of our famous mods, one of the most amazing and kind people I know. Thank you so much for the $5, 5 gifted memberships, and Jim the Geek for the $10 super chat for the D-Day coverage. You guys are fucking fantastic. I hope the Wi-Fi kind of played. I know it looked a little laggy on my side. Not really sure why. I'm gonna have to figure that out at some point, but appreciate you sticking through. I know it's been a long stream. Mods, thank you so much. Anybody that stuck around, I am so sorry for going so long. That's just kind of how it worked out today with Trump speaking at 3:00 my time when he speaks. Oh, Fancy coming in. Great show today, she says. Member for 2 months. Thank you, Fancy. Appreciate you being here for the 2 months, and I hope to see you stick around for a lot longer. Dexy for 1 month. Thanks for all that you do, Boston Brian and gang. Happy 1 month. Thank you, Dexy, and I also hope to see you here for a lot longer. Again, until next time, same place. Blunt Politics on Boston Brian. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, patreon.com/Boston Brian. Become a channel member. Think about doing that for a lot less than a king size Reese's for the month. That would be fucking fantastic. You can also think about getting some merch at getthemshirts.myshopify. Mel has spent an incredible amount of time building that site, building the merch on there. Anything Ukraine related. Any 100% of the profit goes towards United 24 to help the men and women and children in Ukraine battling their oppressor of the oppressors of the Russian military and Vladimir Putin and his maniacal fucking authoritarian regime. Mel, thank you so much for sticking around so long. I know you don't feel well. I'm so sorry for making you hang in there so long. I hope you're feeling better. If you're not, let me know if I can get you anything. I love you very much. Robert Brunswick coming in with the late super chat. Let me get you, buddy. Let me get you. Joe Biden is impossibility migrants. Oh, straight out of the horse's mouth. Straight out of the horse's mouth. What? You know why? Because he's got the. I think he calls them.
I know words. I have the best words.
He does.
I'm very highly educated.
You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things. Like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
Never fight uphill, me boys. Never fight uphill. They were fighting uphill. He said, wow, that was a big mistake. He lost his great general, and they were fighting. Never fight uphill, me boys. But it was too late. Gettysburg, what an unbelievable battle that was. The Battle of Gettysburg, what an unbelievable. I mean, it was so much and so interesting and so vicious and horrible and so beautiful in so many different ways. It represented such a big portion of the success of this country. Gettysburg, wow. I go to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania to look and to watch.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I love you. Hope to see you guys next week. Make sure you guys are supporting every other channel like Hal's, like Midas Touch, Tony Sparks, The Rational National, Jesse Dollamore, David Packman. Who else we got there? Bo, the Fifth Column. There's so many I'm missing, and I apologize. But make sure you guys are supporting and watching all the other channels because every single person gives you something different. You know, my thing is World War II. I kind of attribute everything back to today's politics, onto what I know about World War II and what happened in those situations. A lot of other people have a different aspect on what they say. So everybody has their own unique place in this fight that we have going on today for American democracy. So I love you guys. Thank you very much. I will see you next week. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Make sure you enjoy the sunshine if you have some. And if you don't, pop in a movie with a family member. Great day for it. Everybody needs some relaxation. Everybody needs some R&R at some point. So I love you guys. Until next week, I'm Boston Brian. Have a great one. Go fucking Celtics. Let's go Celtics. Let's go fucking Celtics. Appreciate you guys. Now I have to go literally rewatch Trump's speech so I can make a Midas Touch video on it. I know. That's what I fucking put myself through. I do it to myself. But let's go fucking Celtics. Let's go.